Hello, YouTube. We are the furthest we've ever been on attempt 5 of our Pokemon Platinum Kaizo Hardcore Nuzlocke Challenge. What is a Hardcore Nuzlocke Challenge? I've thought I should start saying this at the very start. Well, you can only catch the first Pokemon on every route. When a Pokemon dies, you can't use it again. That's what the free deaths are for. You can't use items in battle. You can't over-level the next gym leader. Those are like the main rules you need to be aware of. But stop, Pokemon. Oh my, they're playing the intro again. Well, now maybe I saved you from being like, what is he even, why is he calculating, what is he even talking about? Now you know what a Hardcore Nuzlocke Challenge is. And Pokemon, what is Platinum Kaizo? Well, it's the new hardest Pokemon game. The new hardest Pokemon ROM hack, which takes Pokemon Platinum and makes it just very difficult and tricky with the battles, and also some amount of mean little overworld traps. But for now, we can rest assured, and you can rest assured, you're not even going to see the calculator probably for a bit, because we got 3 double battles coming up over here in the Valley Windworks. Just like normal Platinum, you gotta save the scientist that's in here. We got 3 double battles coming up before we get to the Mars double battle, which is, you know her, Mars and her Perugly. If you know Platinum, you know her. She still has that in here, but outside of that, it's a double battle, and also she has a permanent Sandstorm and a Sand Team. And no, in this game you will never get access to weather. This game makes itself hard by not giving you weather effects. Okay, but before stream, I already went ahead and looked at the damage calc and figured out what we would want to do to beat these fights, okay? Let's see. We do want Chestnut in our party. I don't know why I'm putting him not in our party. Put him in the party. We don't need the bird from Blue Sky. We want a Chimecho. By the way, I can show you the casualties. These two really were just unlucky, and this one was planned. That kind of theoretically sucks, because Machamp is supposedly really cracked post like level like split 4 or 5 when you have 4 or 5 badges or something. And you need, in this game, your trait evolution, Geodude and Machamp, you get them by having both of them in the party at the same time and leveling up 1. So we won't be getting that. It just makes Machop a bad encounter for us in general. We want our Sentret to be at level 25. So we could have like overused him before this level. We want him at level 25 because this guy has a dangerous Abra. We have our Jigglypuff just to soak some EXP. This first fight is actually going to be like mostly chill. Half-health Chimecho, Magcargo, Sentret 25, Jigglypuff, and then I'm saying we want Seeking and Dustox just like as backup dancers. Okay. Beedrill stays in the computer for now. Sure. And we want the half-health Chimecho. And level some of these guys up a little. Especially the Slugma, we want a Magcargo. Magcargo, my cargo. You know how it is. You do have infinite rare candies, but this game has soft level caps, which means it doesn't stop you at level 28. You can go to level 29, but at that point you, if you're playing by the challenge rules, are not allowed to use that Pokemon anymore until you beat the next gym leaders. So you actually need to... You can't just send everyone to 28, which is the next level cap, and then just like go from there. Some ROM hacks, they give you hard level caps, and you can just fucking always get everyone to the cap. This one, not so much. Chestnut is a trade encounter, so you get to trade for this Pokemon, and it always has insanely good IVs. Those are the IVs, those just make it so that its stats are really good. Chestnut is cracked, you always get it. But as a trade Pokemon, it levels up faster than a normal Pokemon. It gets boosted trade EXP. Okay, the plan is to lead McCargo and Chimecho. McCargo Rock Slide, switch Chimecho to Centrid. Get 0 to 2 KOs, and then Abra and Sneasler and the Chime... okay. We just need this Chimecho to take some damage and the Centrid to be at 25. Leveling the Centrid to 25 hurts a little bit here. Because it can pick up so many fucking frags, even at 22. But we just need it at 25 for security. There's one kill it doesn't pick up with quick attack if it isn't 25. And it just makes the fight really easy for it to be at 25. Our Chimecho is just going to take some pre-damage here. So this is one of the things that the game makes it easy for you to do. You have these two trainers in the Pokemon Center that you can talk to, and this Sandshrew only has Super Fang and a False Swipe, so it can never kill you with its attacks. But you can have it attack you. It goes for Super Fang, you go to half health, and then you just kill it. Just kill it real quick. I mean, ideally you could do this like with wild Pokemon in the grass as well if they're weak enough, and then you can run away and avoid getting EXP, but we can't do that. I'm gonna click save here. I'm making a save of this so I can put it in our calculator. And this is also where I might show you what a calculator looks like. Okay, you can upload your save on this. And then it updates and you see all your lines, all your Pokemon are the same as they are in here. And I just want to check how much HP you can have for you to get one shot. You can have up to 42. Okay, 33 works. It doesn't need to do anything else. That's just what I wanted to check. Because if, and I can show this again, if this little guy, which is we can load the overview of the battles here. It looks a little nicer, so I can show you what the battle that's coming up is. If this Drifloon sees a kill with Ominous Wind, it's always going to click that on the first turn. So we can avoid Tailwind on the first turn. We actually don't super need to avoid Tailwind. The scary part about this team is this Porygon that can hit a big tri-attack. It has the ability download, so it gets a 50% increase in attack or special attack, depending on the average defense versus special defense stats on my side. So if my Pokemon have worse special defense, it's gonna get a boost in special attack, and then it starts chunking really fucking hard. But Centrid Oko's this guy. This Abra is really fast and hits really hard. I know, you think it's an Abra, but Abra does have 105 special attack. And 90 speed. The reason you normally don't think about Abra as a threat is because Abra usually doesn't get any fucking moves. But yeah, no, this trainer's Abra does have Psychic, Aura Sphere, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam, so insane coverage on that. But we won't have to worry about that. I'll just put my team together here in the calc one time as well, just so I don't miss anything as I'm going into this fight. I know it'll be faster than it usually is, but... And then these two, and then that takes shit out, and who I have in the back, these two. And the reason this fight we start out by just baiting the Ominous Wind on Chimecho, and then McCargo can click a big Rock Slide and maybe take out both. Maybe not, like, probably doesn't take out the Snover. Probably does take out 75%, 90% after Hail to take out the Drifloon. So we got a pretty strong opening there. McCargo Fire Spin can kill the Sneasel in one turn through Focus Sash, thanks to the fire damage. And Quick Attack takes out Abra in one hit, even if this guy lives and then sets up Tailwind. That's what we're playing around. To be fair, like, we could have stayed at a lower level, I think, than 25, but there's also some incidental damage that our good fucking puppy Ferret is going to take just from Hail, getting hit by the Sneasel, potentially getting hit by like a Razor Leaf or an Ice Shard on the first turn. And losing that Pokemon would really suck. So we just juiced it up a little bit. We have some space left after all. And we want to lead with Mech Cargo and the Flyer. This team doesn't have like any status conditions. It can really hit on us. No. No, no, no. So we don't need to like pre-sleep or anything. And I'll give Chestnut the Quick Claw. And that's all the preparation. That's all the preparation we need for this first fight. Wow. What was that, 10 minutes? Yeah. Basically, take a bunch of frags with Ferret and Mech Cargo. It's the line. It's nice to bait Ominous Wind and then switch into a normal type, because that way we also don't risk Ominous Wind boost, because normal types are immune to ghost type attacks. It's going to snow, but the Snover... This is the other line I was thinking about previously. The other line would have been like... burn the Snover and only take out the left side every turn, but... It's really about having something in against Abra that Okos the Abra. And this was the best line I could find for that. Okay, so... There's no warning, it's gonna hail. There's incidental damage at the end of every round, so this is the start of our line. This is where the Ferret gets in safely, takes the Ominous Wind, and like is immune to it. We can click a Rock Slide here. And with the Ferret and the Mech Cargo out, we always bait Sneasel and Abra in, because they both have fighting types moves, and we are both are weak to fighting type moves. It might not look like it, because Chestnut has Solid Rock, and that Snover really thought it did something there, but it really didn't. That's one frag. This is going to be Sneasel. And then if we get the other kill on the Snover, that would be Abra in on the other slot. Now it's going to be Sneasel and Abra coming in. With double battles, it's a little more complicated to figure out what's going to come in. Because when a Pokemon dies, it picks randomly between one of your Pokemon to run the normal post-KO switch in AI. Which basically means if the Pokemon don't bait the same Pokemon, your lines start to diverge depending on like a coin flip after a kill. In this case, both our Pokemon bait the same Pokemon down the line though. So because we get 2 kills, we get the same 2 Pokemon coming in right now. This is also why we have the Sneasel here, and the Sneasel will be able to get a like Rock Smash, or actually Night Slash does more damage into Saturday. Let's just check the HP values by pressing start. So we're at 74. And Night Slash crit high roll only does 51, so we are extremely chilling. Now just making sure. Yes, quick attack always Okos the Abra. We are also faster, so we don't like have to quick attack, but it doesn't hurt. And the Fire Spin takes out the Sneasel. Like I said, this Abra, it's hard to find something that it can't kill with a crit. There's not a lot of guys that like live an Abra hit if it crits, because it has very good coverage. Saturday lives this even if it crits. It's a high crit move, so you kind of have to expect it, but we don't have to deal with this Sneasel attacking twice thanks to Fire Spin. Yes, it lives with the Focus Sash, but Fire Spin, trapped in the Vortex, end of turn is going to come in with the damage. They changed about, like, a good amount of moves are changed in this, so that's why Fire Spin did this much damage. Fire Spin in this is just a 90 base power move, so it's basically like Flamethrower, but it does like the Fire Spin effect instead of having a chance to burn. It's really good. Okay, and now on the last mon, that's a Porygon. This also gets outsped and killed by the Ferret, which is why it's so fine that it's getting a special attack boost. Now the line for this is to just click Slam into the Porygon, and that's what Jigglypuff is here for. Just absorb some EXP, brother. Just like split the EXP away from the very good Ferret, from the very good Centred Ferret, and from the Mech Cargo. Make it so they both get a little less XP. Very easy, very safe, very fast. Good fight. Good fight, Galactic Pluto. Goodbye. Okay, that went really well. Yeah. Now he's gonna lock himself in there. But we already did the back-to-back battle that you need to do to get the Valley Windworks key. That is to say, we already have it. We are going to change our team now for the next battle. This one I can show you. A little bit more problematic, potentially. They got a Smeargle that wants to click Dark Void out here, or set up screens. It's actually quite a bit more likely to set up a screen on the first turn than it is to Dark Void. But you still don't like any of that. And Smeargle is giga buffed in this game, so it's really hard to kill. Look at this, 50 attack, 40 defense, 450 special attack, 40 special defense, 20 speed. It's probably not available to the player anywhere, which is why they buffed it like this. And they can just give this guy any moveset on trainers and be like, yeah, no, it's Smeargle, dog. It's Smeargle. We can fucking give him any moves we want. Fuck you, Dark Void. Which is... that makes sense. That's what Smeargle does. That's what Smeargle is known for. But, luckily, if we level our Vigoroth to 25, it should Oko this guy because it learns a double edge. So this is what we need for this fight. I can show you the line.txt. Vigoroth 25, Chimecho pre-damaged to die to Ominous Wind. Glameow at actually like 17. We don't actually need to level the Glameow at all. An Arbok with a Persimberry, pre-slept, Wheezing, Emergency Chestnut. That is the party we're bringing, which means we do need to like pre-sleep a Pokemon. I will use the computer to move my guys around and heal them, so the Chimecho can just stay pre-damaged. We're doing the same thing again, where we will bait a Ghost type attack and switch into a normal type. Just with an extra step where we will now also switch a Poison type into the Fighting type attack that this hungry Glameow baits. Which then we pivot into Arbok, which outspeeds and kills the Misdreavus. You don't need the Jiggler for this. You do want level 99 Empress for this. She actually evolves at level 90, not level 99, but don't let that distract you from the name. Glameow, Arbok, Wheezing, and the Emergency Chestnut, which we ideally don't have to bring in. Dustox does not come to this fight yet. That is so fine. And the lead is these two. You can't really lead with Arbok. You can't really lead with, like, Arbok, Vigoroth, because the, like, rudely, the Smeargle has Trace, so if it has a 50% chance to trace your Intimidate, and then the whole line falls apart. We don't want that. Instead, we're gonna just have this line that lets the Vigoroth get some Okos on the one side, while the Misdreavus sees kills on the other side and attacks into that side. And you get to learn Double Edge. Yes, please. We're just gonna upgrade your takedown from 90 base damage to 140 base damage. Damage the user by a fairly large amount. Damage the user a little. I mean, we do need the extra damage. I'm just like... Is, Double Edge is 1/3 recoil? Is takedown less than 1/3 recoil? Oh, it's 1/4 recoil. Okay, but we still... I mean, I calced it with fucking Double Edge. There's no way we can do this with, There's no way takedown does enough damage. You need to Double Edge. Maybe we could have gone over Bite or Feint there, but I don't think so. I think you just want to fucking ball up every time you can. Like if you're at a spot where like where double edge doesn't kill, but takedown kills, maybe it's so low at that point where even bite kills, and then you don't have the problem at all. Okay, those are the guys. They are all at their level. We want to give a anti-confusion berry. Yep. These are very limited resources, but this makes this just safe. Talking about safe, we're gonna save the game. Upload that into the calculator and pre-sleep our snake. And maybe the other guys that are in the back. It doesn't hurt to have them just be asleep on the field. Now pre-sleeping is where you, since in Gen 4, sleep turns are determined the moment the Pokemon is sent to sleep. We could actually have, like, we could set up sleep on the Arbok in-game and show you how it works. We have Awakeners now. Let's set up sleep in the game. It's kind of funny. Let's set up sleep in the game. Okay, so this is why you're allowed to use outside software to do this. At least, you know, in theory, because you can do it risklessly with this guy. He has a Spoink that's just going to use Hypnosis. And in this game, your sleep turns are determined the moment you are set to sleep. The first turn, you will always be asleep, and then you either wake up on the second, the third, or the fourth turn. So what you do is you simply check that you sleep 3 turns. This is the second turn that we sleep, and if we don't wake up this turn, then we would have been good. But we woke up this turn. We can just keep clicking Glare into Hypnosis and see if we wake up after 3 turns. 1. We woke up. Okay. Let's see. 1 sleep turn. 2 sleep turns. So now, if we're asleep 1 more turn... Nope. We would be guaranteed to wake up on the next one. Okay, 1 sleep turn. Woke up immediately. 1 turn of sleep. 2 turns of sleep. 3 turns of sleep. So now we just kill the Spoink with a different Pokemon. He's gonna send this to sleep, that's fine. You can just like click Sludge into it. Don't click Self-Destruct on this now. And now we have a pre-sleeped snake that's going to wake up with its next move. And the snake is what we wanted to pre-sleep. For a moment, because I saw the snake in slot 2 there, I was like, did we need to pre-sleep the snake? Yes, yes we did. Okay, set this up like this. You have your Quick Claw. This is so that the snake can switch into the Golbat. And if the because the Golbat speed ties with the snake, this avoids the snake clicking Hypnosis into it. And if it clicks Supersonic into it to confuse us, and it hits the Supersonic, we get to free ourselves from the confusion to make this, you know, to remove any fuckery from being able to happen on this fight. Which I would prefer there to be no fuckery, and for things to simply work the way we draw them up on the board. There's the squad, the snake is in there, this guy's in there, and there's a level 17 Glameow. This Glameow, it's here to soak some EXP, and also it's going to bait HP fighting, and if the Golbat is out, it's going to bait the Golbat to click Poison Fang into it, allowing whatever comes in on the side where we don't switch Glameow out to come in without having taken any damage. It makes sure that the Golbat on its first turn doesn't click any Supersonic or Hypnosis, which it isn't supposed to. We don't want it to click those moves. And it won't. No way, you have the key? Look at it, was meaningless. Oh, I gotta tell the commander. So yeah. Ooh, this is a fucking jam in here though. Okay. And we are starting with these two. I'm pulling up my plan. And reading it out one more time to me. Glameow 17, Arbok, Personberry, Pre-Slept, Wheezing. We have an emergency Chestnut in the back. Vigoroth, Double Edge KO, Smeargle, Chimecho, switch to Glameow, Misdreavus, Ominous Wind gets fucking pulled and cancelled. Houndour should come in if I'm correct. It should have highest damage move into both slots. And that then gets OHKO'd with Double Edge, while the Misdreavus clicks HP Fighting into Glameow because it sees a kill. And then you switch into Arbok on that side, and then you got Golbat in or Bagon on the Houndour slot, and Arbok OHKO's Misdreavus. And if Bagon comes in, then you can OHKO the Bagon with Double Edge, but if Golbat comes in, you just switch Vigoroth to Chestnut or Smogon based on vibes. And if the Golbat comes in before the Houndour, you steer. No, I'm lying, obviously. That's what the Glameow baits 2 kills for at level 17. Then you just double switch. Vigoroth to Chestnut, Glameow to Arbok. Arbok OHKOs the Misdreavus again, and Chestnut Fire Spin gets really close, like 87% chance to OHKO the Golbat through Focus Sash with the Fire Spin damage at the end. And then Houndoom and Bagon can get bagged up by Chestnut and Arbok. Okay. That's the line. Oh, everything is perfectly legal. Move along. Move along. This is perfectly legal. Okay, so now you'll see it in motion, what we just drew up. Okay. My stupid-ass Vigoroth that has shot IVs and everything except for HP and attack is going to come in clutch here. This Double Edge, it outspeeds the Smeargle, even with 5 speed IVs, which is very nice. And this Chimecho can always... will die to Ominous Wind High Roll, which is why the Misdreavus has to click it. Am I correct? Let's see. Do I understand AI well enough? This always kills. This guy has a Citrus Berry to heal if he doesn't die in one. No, it actually has Light Clay. I lied to you. It has Light Clay to make the screens last even longer. There's a diff if you have like, and we have Farfetch'd, you have an option there to just like Brick Break into it. There you go. That's Houndour. Okay, my AI knowledge was correct. So this is where you Double Edge into this guy and switch into the Snake. Now the Misdreavus sees a kill with Hidden Power Fighting. We're not making very, like, any use of the Intimidate, basically, at all in this fight, but that's okay. It's better if you don't need Intimidate, because Intimidate always gets frauded by crits anyways, if they just hit a critical hit. We don't need that crit, by the way. Depending on what comes in here, the Vigoroth can get one more frag. If it's Bagon, I think it's depending on the slot that's targeted here, which one comes in. That's Hidden Power Fighting into the Snake, because it saw a kill onto Glameow. This is how we're making the Misdreavus side useless while taking up kills here. Beautiful. Bagon gets outsped by the Vigoroth, even with Choice Scarf. I mean, what else can you ask for? And then the Misdreavus gets outsped and OHKO'd by Crunch from the Snake. I mean, look at that. Just make really sure we're clicking the right move here. Double Edge, Bag On, Crunch, Misdreavus. 1. And it's that easy to have a really high power normal type move Pokemon. Like this Vigoroth is kind of doing what the Sentret would be doing here. Also, it's kind of nice that we have... Oh. Okay. I didn't count sleep turns correctly. This is awkward. This is what you get for not fucking pre-sleeping in the fucking software. This is what you get for pre-sleeping in-game. Okay. Well, I am happy it didn't HP Fighting into me. It should definitely wake up this turn, and the Snake always lives Golbat's attacks. So, awkward. Really awkward. Snake. That was awkward, man. You definitely should have, like, woken up there, man. I guess I was wrong about how sleep turns work. Okay. Okay. Good thing that this fight was that easy so far, and also the Mischievous didn't HP fighting into the Vigoroth, because that could have been really bad. That could have been really bad. That was a 50-50, I'm like pretty sure. Oops. We're never pre-sleeping in-game again, it's too hard. We're only using the software for pre-sleep until they like add it to the game. Now you just Psybeam this guy and you can get on this side. I mean, actually Solid is like chill enough here to live. Like Air Cutter or Poison Fang crit, so I guess you maybe just click Glare into this. Actually, just fuck Glare, just crunch it, dog. Just fucking bite it. Take a chunk. Ooh, we dodged. We get to keep our berry. Oh, it hits both targets? I didn't know about this supersonic change. Okay. Well, if he had hit Solid with this, that's where we would have dodged it, thanks to our berry. Oh, it outspeeds now? Ah, we're speed tied, right. I'm a stupid chud. Okay, I mean, this is what the emergency chestnut is in the back for. So we have another, like, thing that takes 10% from all its attacks. Okay. Okay. We're not pre-sleeping using the in-game traders again. That was way too scary. Did I miscount? What happened, Snake? You should have definitely woken up after being asleep for 3 turns. Can you be asleep for 4 turns? I guess so. Damn. Okay. Well, no deaths. Vigoroth. Vigoroth is fucking blessed by the stars. Look, they have a poll about making, like, adding an NPC that allows you to pre-sleep your Pokemon with 1 turn left automatically, so you don't have to do that whole thing and won't need to close your game, open up Platinum Kaizo hacks, then edit your team in there to be asleep. So that's... that is something. Okay, look at that. You're doing really fine on here. You're almost level 25. That's fine. We won Chestnut at 25 for the Mars fight anyway. I think I'll keep you at 25, Solar Snake. I was thinking about getting this guy to 26 for this next fight, but I think he's chilling at 25. I think it's such the first two, like, this line was so clean except for the part where my snake was asleep for a turn. For a turn longer than it should have been. Outside of that, very clean line with baiting the kills from the Mischievous. I think that can be pretty consistent as long as you have, and it's kind of hard. Not many things OHKO like the Smeargle. That's a little tough. But if you have Farfetch'd, you can just Brick Break into the Smeargle and make sure its screens disappear, and I guess you pre-sleep so it 100% screens first turn. Something like that. Okay, for Phobos, this next one, actually the easiest line. What's up, Polly? Hello. I'm so sorry to report that what you see on the screen is what you see on the screen, but it's good to see you. It's Pokemon. Toasty already came by, said, ew, Pokemon, and then said, well, have a nice weekend, I'm leaving. Why would I do this to you? You're War on Blues guy. Well, you already missed the 2 fights that I didn't need to calc for because I calced before stream. So, that's unfortunate. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're about to have a great weekend. I am, for sure. Because I get to play some Pokemon now, and my friend is back from Japan, and he's gonna come over tomorrow. And we're gonna hang out, play some fighting games. He's gonna show us pictures he took. So, that is fucking fun and exciting. But for now, let me read what I need. I need a Beedrill, level 25. Doing good, still pretty tired, but you're grabbing dinner with a friend tonight, so excited about that. That's so good. W friends. Classic W friends. We need Arbok. Arbok is already in here. We're bringing Dustox at 24. Are we bringing Smogon? We are. Are we bringing Emergency Chestnut? We are. We don't need the fucking Empress. And we are bringing Adamilk for the baby boy. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Okay, so who are we fighting here? Well, it's Team Galactic Squad Phobos. And they got a Duskull and a Lunatone, and they got some like mean tricks here. This Duskull can like helping hand on a pursuit. That gets pretty huge. You got Confuse Burn coming out from this Duskull. It's annoying. Lunatone got coverage. We're just gonna one-shot the Lunatone. Pursuit is scary because if you try to switch out, Pursuit does double damage and hits you before switching out. But the Bee can OHKO the Murkrow, and this gets OHKO'd, and this probably gets OHKO'd. So we only really are fighting against the Umbreon and the Spider, and that's what the Rhyhorn and friends are here for. We are leveling up the Bee a little bit for this, but if I get to use a bug Pokemon to do something, I'm happy because these guys are so ass most of the time. They're so ass unless they are assent, which they are sometimes. Okay, we need to candy our Bee up. And this time, I will not pre-sleep using the in-game trainer. I will fucking use the software. Okay, that guy at 25. You at 24. And the Milk to 25. Because it learns Stomp, which is ground type in this. So that's fun. It's also just like 50% better than Dig. And can make the target flinch. Exciting news for you. This guy's never gonna make anyone flinch, by the way. He's so slow. He's just here to tank the last two guys very well. Okay, and I think we just want a little bit of Persim Berry. I'm actually not pre-sleeping the Beedrill. Actually, we're not pre-sleeping the Beedrill because we can like play around it if it gets burned. We're gonna kind of pretend that the rule already went through that makes it so you only have a limited amount of pre-sleeping all your guys available. We're giving this anti-confusion berry to the Beedrill, and we're about to head into the fight. Isn't that exciting? We're starting out with Solid Snake as well on the other side. Because if the Bee gets burned, it's okay, because we can double target into the Murkrow and still kill it. And then everything is fine. So we are saving in quotes, because right now this ruling doesn't exist yet, but I'm too lazy to close the game and open it and pre-sleep it, because it's more fun to pretend that you can't pre-sleep every single fight, which is why I hope the new pre-sleep ruling goes through in such a way that you have a limited amount of the pre-sleeping available. Because limited resources equals good. It's not awesome if the right choice is to do that every time. Is to pre-sleep all 6 Pokemon every fight. Okay, just put the right team together at the bottom here so that I just have it available quickly. Bee and Snake. And then who's in the bag? Who's in the bag? It's the fucking moth and the fat fucking horny guy. Sorry, I mean and Milk for the baby boy. At 26, the Arbok always OHKOs the Duskull, but I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling lucky. I'll take a 87%. To save 1,200 EXP on our Arbok. Yeah, I'll take that. Because I think Arbok just has good stats and Intimidate, so I'd like to use it more. Okay, so Beedrill gets an awesome Bug Bite kill on the Lunatone here immediately, and eats its berry. Now, the Lunatone berry increases special attack, so it's not as, you know, you might imagine it more useful than it actually is. And we get a Crunch on Duskull. It fucking uses Helping Hand, so it doesn't actually matter if it lives here or not, because it didn't click Burn or Confusion. That's very chill. We're very happy about that. Now, if this Lunatone got to attack, this might be problematic, but it won't get to attack. Just like, that's a big B. This Beedrill has 31 attack IVs and is brave. That is plus attack, minus speed. So it's actually not as fast. But it does have 30 speed IVs to make up for its minus speed nature. This Beedrill got like 28 in every IV except for HP. Like, this Beedrill is going to cook some fools with damage ranges unknown to most bees. These two always bait Umbreon and Murkrow, because these two are the highest damage moves coming out of these two, so there's no uncertainty about what we bait. That's really nice. Now the bee can Oko the Crow, which is good. And you can just kind of click a Poison Sting into Umbreon, honestly. You're kind of like decoration right now, Snake. You hit the poison, which is funny, because now it would poison us back, because it has Synchronize. But we're both poison types, so we actually don't get poisoned back. We might have liked to get poisoned back, because it's very likely to click Thunder Wave here, because we're faster than it and it doesn't see any kills. Into the Snake, I take that every time, honestly. Because the Snake is what I'd like to switch out more, I think. Umbreon there is dead now to Bug Bite. And there's the big Snake. Ooh, I guess there's Intim coming out. The Ariados. I think you just still click Bug Bite into the Umbreon. It still does a lot. And then you switch the other guy out. I think you take little enough damage from both of these that if you just Bug Bite here and go into something that's maybe faster than these two, which is Dustox, then you are very happy and okay. Especially if this Umbreon just clicks Thunder Wave into the bee now. He does have Quick Claw. That's okay. Spider Web makes it so you can't switch out, which is what I already switched that guy out. Because he's paralyzed and lowered attack. Now this Umbreon can get taken out and outsped by the Dustox. And, I mean, both well done and Justice now are going to be totally fine into the big spider. Oh, it died to poison, actually. With W fucking B. That makes it even faster. Yeah, you click Psybeam into this, and you actually click Assurance now that you're slower. And that should kill. Well, if Assurance goes through. This could also crit and just kill, but, you know. The scariest out of these is really the first of the 3 double battles with that scary Abra. Where you need something that outspeeds it and Tailwind isn't up. Outspeeding it is possible, but you need to find a pivot way that makes it so Tailwind isn't up. Or you need to have a fucking ginormous Quick Attack. Which I feel like only Sentry's Quick Attack can take that guy out. We got 0 from winning? Hey, pay up! Motherfuckers. That didn't pay up. Now you get to start your Pomodoro timer and do something productive while I figure out how we're going to go about fighting Mars. Now we're gonna have to think. I didn't get this far. I didn't get this far in an hour, okay? We kept our berry. That's the nice part. The berry is just like insurance. If it's not needed, it's not used. That's why I'm very trigger happy with using it there. Okay. Let's savor the game. I am inclined to go to very high levels with everything that is going to fight Mars. Like, actually 27-ish. Like, Chestnut is going to be 25, everything else at least 26, maybe 27. Just to make it out of this without losing anyone. So, what is Mars doing here? Well, that's Commander Mars. Obviously, we love her. She's an icon. But her team, little scary. Okay, there's a Hippopotas that has Yawn and Protect, and can also click Rock Slide and Earthquake. This is what sets up Sandstorm for the whole fight, so that her Soul Rock gets like increased Spadef, and most importantly, and it's annoying, Gabite and Gligar are gonna get their Sand Veils up, which means they just get a like 20% chance to dodge your attacks that aren't sure hit attacks. Also, they both have a Yachi Berry, so you can't like one-shot them with Aurora Beam, which never misses in this game. Maybe you can click a big Water Pulse into Gligar twice. These two are also really fast. There's a Peragli that can hit huge fucking returns into you. This return does so much damage. It also has a big Iron Tail it can click into like your rock types. This though, if I may spoil, enables a little bit of a tricky like switcheroo to like make it fucking lose its mind by just like switching into a rock type when it clicks return and then switching into a water type when it clicks Iron Tail. It also has Fake Out, so you might want to play around that. And as the very first Pokemon on the team that's going to lead next to Hippopotas is Skarmory, which has Tailwind to make her guys outspeed you. This is actually not that important to you if it clicks Tailwind or not. Honestly. There's Stealth Rock, which we would rather not click, which there is a decent chance it doesn't click Stealth Rock and do damage to everything you switch in. Because it also really likes clicking Tailwind on the first turn. All the flags that encourage Stealth Rock also encourage Tailwind. Now, there are some chinks in the armor, yeah? Some fucking weak points. Okay? This Hippo really likes clicking Yawn and really likes click and Protect. Like, they all love click and Protect. This Gabite would be a lot scarier if it didn't click Protect that much. That is obviously only if you are ignoring the Pokemon. If you have like Gabite and Soul Rock out and you're double targeting into Gabite and it clicks Protect, and then this guy, it's not going to click Earthquake because the AI isn't smart enough to see this guy clicks Protect, I'm going to click Earthquake. But it can click Rock Slide. It also has Bright Powder to dodge just like the Sand Veilers. But this just doesn't have as much damage potential, I feel. This Gligar is scary, especially because it can click Swords Dance. So what is the idea? What is our fucking plan? Well, one, we abuse the fact that the AI doesn't really like clicking Earthquake if it's gonna hit its partner Pokemon in. This is why we are going to bring Chestnut to this fight, even though there are a whopping 1, 2... Hey, besides Chestnut, there's a whopping 1, 2, 3, 4 Pokemon that do have big earthquakes into Chestnut. They simply really don't like clicking them if they're gonna hit their partner Pokemon. They don't like that at all. Which is really good for us. Because that means if you just keep the Hippo, or later we can pivot to keeping the Gabite on the field, then the Soul Rocks and the Glygars that come out next to them are not going to click Earthquake. And if they're not clicking Earthquake, Chestnut walls really hard on this fight. Okay, we just need to figure out how to kill the Peragli and like how to maybe one-shot the Gligar. So that is our biggest issue right now. Hold on. You can see me in the background. I'm gonna walk outside so we get outside music and not Poker Center music while we fucking plan. Okay, so this Skarmory, and this is the first step of the strategy. We're probably turn 1 fire spinning into the Skarmory to Oko it. If we are bringing things that are weak to rocks especially, but I would rather just not, because it could always just Stealth Rock. And there would be nothing we can do about it. And Chestnut at 25 always Okos with Fire Spin. Chestnut's also 300 XP away from being level 25, so there's nothing wrong with that. Then there is this other line where you let this live turn 1 and you start by clicking Will-O-Wisp into the little guy. The hippopotamus. Also an option. If you lead with Seeking, you can Oko the hippo as well, and then you like bait 2 Pokemon. But these, like Magcargo and Seeking, bait different guys, so it's a little questionable to me. You got 25 attack. At what level do you outspeed? Level 25 you outspeed, but you don't one-hit KO. Do we go 28 Seeking to dive frag the Gligar? We have no other... Well, we have Prinplup as water type, I guess. And you can see this Aurora Beam. It just doesn't like do... Like, it doesn't do the damage you need it to do. It does a 2-hit KO, because the second one is going to do way more damage. But I think you're better off if you get 2 chances to hit a dive that 1-hit KOs into this guy. By the way, do you... At what age, like, do you at 26 maybe Oko with the Fire Spin? No, you need to be like 27 to... And then it's still... Then it's still chance to Oko after trapping damage only. Ugh. Yeah, okay, we keep the Slug at 25. I'll set everything to at least 25 in the calc for now, just to have like a... Or like 26, just to have like a baseline here. To everyone's speed and damaging ability. You get to 26 for this too. If we'd bring you, you'd come at 26. We'll see if the Empress can get some Okos, but I doubt it against these tankier Pokemon. The Jingling does have Levitate, so that's pretty cute. I'll have to check how spread damage works in Gen 4. I don't wanna... Like, I don't know if Levitate makes it do more damage on the other side. You at 25, I'll check you at 25, because you are genuinely so good. This guy at 26 gets Submission also, so we can look at that. Or at Aqua Pulse. It's Water Pulse, not Aqua Pulse. We could evolve the Jiggly into a Wigglytuff also, if we're looking at like level 25. If we can keep a Jigglypuff, you would get Shadow Ball and then Double Edge to kind of hit big damages on Wigglytuff. Well, it's gonna be tanky. This is a stat ball for sure. We can opt into that if needed. Farfetch'd probably doesn't do much this fight. Penguin... At 26, maybe it does something, like the Aurora Beam. Aurora Beam would Oko if it, like... if they didn't have the berries that make it not 1-hit KO. Golking... You probably Oko this guy. Maybe you go to 27 just so you fucking exist for a long time. 80% chance. Maybe you go to fucking 28, Golking. Is Seeking ever common to Gardenia? I don't think so. So maybe you'd like have this guy as your killer fragger for both of these, like... And also take these Iron Tails even better against the Perugly. That is, like, genuinely I think it's better to lose a guy to EXP management than to lose a guy to just fucking dying. Golking definitely is common. Magby at 26 would also get Thunder Punch, which it probably isn't using here. Very low likelihood that the Magby can do something here. It doesn't get Ice Punch till... It never... Why would it get Ice Punch? It's made of fire. Yeah, stupid idea. Obviously it doesn't get Ice Punch. It's all made out of fire. Think. You gotta think about these things, dude. You could bring Perugly to this. Like, you could bring your own Perugly. With, like, Slash, Night Slash. And you could fucking ball up on them. This is also a mon that might come to Gardenia. It just evolves at 28, so you would have to get this girl to 28. Dustox, let's also check this at 26, and check the Rhyhorn at fucking 27. Okay. Now we can click through the team and see like who outspeeds. This is not super relevant. Did also gets one shot by the fire spin, by the way. That's pretty funny. Like the Mecargo, big killer on this. But you don't want them to click Earthquake into you. They will click Earthquake if they see kill with it. So that's something to be aware of. But if they don't see kill, they're not clicking Earthquake into their partner like 90% of the time. Yeah, you fire spin this, and you want something out that always baits the Gibble. So you always want to bait ground type weakness, or maybe fire type weakness. You kind of don't want the Perugly to come out immediately. You might be okay with Perugly coming out immediately. But it's kind of easier to set up your Gligar killer against the Gabite than it is to set it up against the Perugly. Actually, I'm thinking we might be able to set the Gold King up against the Perugly. No, because you would take a big return. It would have to be like switch into Rhyhorn, Fire Spin on Perugly, and then on the next turn switch into Seeking, Fire Spin on Perugly. It's actually fine to bait the Perugly by killing this. Do you ever kill both? The problem is if you kill both with these two, there's a chance you bait in Gabite and this Gligar next to each other. That's the risk if you lead Mecargo Seeking. You pull in Gabite for highest, for being super effective, and then Gligar for being super effective into Mecargo, and then the Gabite definitely clicks Earthquake because he sees that his partner is floating around. And then things can get a little risque. To be fair, is it the worst thing that could happen if you just click Earthquake in that case and you switch out the mag? The other option that happens is that Perugly comes out for highest damage. Actually, highest damage out of Hippo is actually in team order Solrock. So there's also a combination that could be Solrock, Gabite. Perugly never comes out, does it? Because if you get double frag at the very start, if both slots look at Mecargo, Mecargo's bait order is Gabite and then the floater, Gabite Gligar. Okay. Let's just... but then the Gold King's bait order depends on which slot is looking at Gold King. Which is annoying, because coming out of that guy, like Skarmory, always gets Perugly. Whereas Hippopotas gets Solrock because it's the first Pokemon in line that has Earthquake. I think. Wait, Earthquake might be less damage though because it's spread. Checking you, clicking... I mean, you already have Earthquake. That's 30 to 35. Return is not spread, so that's actually 37. So it's always Perugly in the first slot, and then the second slot is like Solrock. Yeah, if both sides. That's Hippo. If both sides look at that, then it would be Perugly and Skarmory. Highest damage coming out from Skarmory, I think, would be Dragon Claw, not Earthquake. Dragon Claw and like Earthquake into this. Yeah. So it would be like Gabite, Perugly, in which case you can switch this guy out into Rhyhorn and like burn the Gabite. Or like click burn into Perugly actually, probably. The Perugly never protects though, but I think it's okay that it never protects. Clicking into the Gabite is like clicking Will-O-Wisp into the Gabite is a little annoying because it can dodge the Will-O-Wisp. It can fuck it, and it can click protect. But it click and protect is also the reason it's annoying to kill it. It click and protect is the reason you might want to just Will-O-Wisp on the big cat and then like focus on this. But focusing on this is annoying. Because if it clicks protect on your turn when you plan to take it out to get Seeking back in to get the frag against Ligar, then you look a little stupid. I think we're definitely bringing Rhyhorn. Also, who do you like kill? Do you kill this guy? No, at 28 you do. It's a little too late. We have no other water type, do we? We do. We do have another water type, I guess, but the penguin just doesn't cut it. It's probably still coming to take Iron Tail. And that's going to be its main purpose here at 26. And we probably also want the Rhyhorn to take this guy's returns at like 27. Rhyhorn can click Stomp into the Gabite as well. We just need / want another guy that can really bring the pain into this Gligar. And you outspeed it too. That might honestly be it. The new Layton game is even releasing on Steam? Wait, W! That's so good! Wait, that's really good news. That's very nice. We can bring in a Floater. Happy for you. That means it's not a Switch 2 exclusive. And you people who don't have a Switch can play it. That's pretty huge. Weezing also I think it's weird. Do you? I think you try to fireball this guy or no, you go for a double kill. You go for a turn 1 double kill. And you can either get these two, or like coming out of you, it's Earthquake over like Dragon Claw, right? It's yeah. Well, into this, it's Earthquake over Dragon Claw, but return is over Earthquake. So if this slot always that's fine. There's a new trailer that dropped a few hours ago, released on Switch to PlayStation 5 and Steam. Nice. Yeah, that is very surprising. Do not apologize, you are okay. So Gulking. So if Macargo, it always baits this. And then this is what the Gulking like always baits as long as it's there. But if like the Skarmory baits this, then this def into, if it checks into Gulking, it baits Dragon Claw guy over Earth. No, it baits Earthquake over Dragon Claw, so it would bait the Soul Rock. At which point there's no risk of double Earthquake either. Yeah, so... And you outspeed this guy, Chestnut? I mean, Chestnut, you're not killing this guy. Seeking is at like 26. Actually 28, probably. It's 28 Seeking. And if it's Gabit Gligar, you just click a dive into the Gligar for a chance to Oko. And then you click a dive into the Gligar again for another chance to Oko. And meanwhile, the Magcargo switches out because this guy's gonna click Earthquake. And you probably switch. Whoa! The alerts are still loud, thank you! Thank you, Proxime. Hello, little Proxima. Sorry, I need to make them quieter. How you doing? We're cooking up a line. So you want Wheezing in the back. You want Wheezing in the back to switch into this guy's Earthquake. And then this guy also can't hurt the Wheezing much after that. Do we have someone else that can float? Is it a Chimicho in the back? You just finished sketching a fake mon for your fan-made region. Wait, that's so sick. Hello. That's cool. W art. How does Chimicho do into this? It outspeeds, it can hyper voice for split damage, it tanks the Dragon Claw pretty well. It walls this, just the per ugly is kind of a problem into it, but I think the Chimicho is a good final slot. Art is your thing, that's great. So is Flo's thing. Flo's thing is also art. Well, I guess Flo's thing is also art and game design. The question is, do we trust that one of the two dives hits the Gligar? We need this at 28. Okay, let's just hit safe on that. Or do we want a backup? I mean, we're not clicking self-destruct. All my life, we're not clicking. I mean, you could bring the snake also to like debuff the Perugly. Perugly, Iron Tail, but we're not. We're killing. What is this? Oh, this is the calculator that I overlay over this. It's a website where you can check your Pokemon stats against the enemy trainers that are in this new super hard ROM hack, which is Pokemon Platinum Kaizo, where we have the full documentation. And we just have to figure out how to beat these fights without any of our Pokemon dying, because if they die, we can't use them anymore, because we're doing a Nuzlocke. That's what that is. This is what we're calcing up against. It's a double battle with Permanent Sandstorm, and these guys have Sand Veil to dodge. This Perugly has huge returns it can click. The Solrock also has Bright Powder. I never noticed this when I tested this off stream on my other save. And we're really close to having something that is akin to a line. We're getting 2 KOs at the start, and depending on what comes in, this gets kills with dive. You might burn this if it's out. Yeah, we're always fucking clicking Will-O-Wisps into the Gabite. I don't think it can ever bait Gabite Solrock. It can only bait Gabite into this guy. It can bait Gabite Gligar, or it can bait Gabite Perugly, or it can bait Perugly Solrock? No, it should always be Perugly Gabite for... No, you have more damage with Earthquake and Dragonclaw. Yeah, so it could be Perugly Solrock. Those are like the permutations that these two starts bait. And then we have Prinplup and Rhyhorn in the back to like switch through and absorb some damage. Prinplup is kind of ass here. It takes Iron Tail well, but so does Arbok, honestly. It doesn't take it as well, but it would int him on whatever is out. It just doesn't take Earthquake at all, but nothing takes Earthquake at all after the boosts. I think Prinplup to take Iron Tail if you're pivoting through this. Prinplup should be able to do something here with Aurora Beam if you need it. It's just scary to have only one guy that outspeeds and can kill the Gligar. You might double target the Gligar with... No, because you gotta switch Mag out into Weezing if this guy clicks Earthquake. Okay, kill these two instantly. And if these two come out, then you have time to burn the Gabite, and then you like throw shit into Gabite while you like switch between Rhyhorn and Printplop against the Perugly until you're ready to kill it. At which point you are switching in Seeking, because the Gligar is going to come in on either target. It might actually be the Solrock coming out before the Gligar, but you kill that and then you deal with it. You have a sketchbook that you want to make it full of Pokemon and Fakemon. That's a fun goal for a sketchbook. It's really nice. And filling up a sketchbook always feels good. Having a theme for it, even better. Okay, we're just struggling to figure out this last bring. It might be the Chimacho. It's another guy that has Recover. It, like, does well into Gligar. We can double float over Earthquakes. Plus you're outlining. Nice. It floats in front of the Solrock, heavy. Like, nothing really damages it except for the Perugly, which gets walled by switching around and having Magcargo hit supporting fire on it. We might get this guy to level 27 as well, just to be safe. These guys might all go to 27. Except for Chestnut. Chestnut is fine, it's 25. Okay. Let's level our guys. We're about to see a fucking Cinnamon fight. Okay, Chimacho. Or you could call it Chimecho as well if you'd like. I don't know which one's right. Actually, in my brain I was like, Chimecho is right, but looking at it again, it might be Chimecho. Get the Dustox out of here. Last Mon Penguin. Over the bee. Even though it feels like the Penguin doesn't really do anything here. It's a little disappointing. But what can you do? Get the Penguin to 26. We're gonna teach it Natural Gift, but I just don't think it has like a good Natural Gift frag on this fight. We do have all the berries to make Natural Gift all the different types. We just don't have all of the berries that have effects outside of making Natural Gift good. We don't need Metal Claw, that's for sure. Do I greet with the Chimecho? You don't need Double Hit. No, you don't need it. Sorry, you don't need it. Stop trying to teach Double Hit. Yes, thank you. Do not the Double Hit. Get this guy to 26 just for general bulk application. That guy to 25. Seeking does so much on this split. Probably outside of just beating Mars, but I'm taking it to 28. It's probably not coming to to the Grass-type gym leader or the Grass-type gym. Just have him die for this split, in quotes, by overleveling. Yawn. Oh, now I do have to think about Yawn versus, like, Heal Bell versus Recover on the Chimecho. Heal Bell is really good in general, but when do you click Yawn on this thing over just fucking hyper voicing? Really? Like, really? It's good for catching, I guess. Do I have... I have Jigglypuff. Otherwise, that has Sing. Which is way better in doubles. And singles, Yawning, if you can just, like, Psybeam and you have Recover. Yawn is good. When do you click Heal Bell? When your whole team is, like, statused. Let's just not get our whole team get statused. We don't need Heal Bell if we just don't... If everyone doesn't just get a set to sleep. I figured out the solution. Just don't have everyone get a set to sleep. And then you never need to click Heal Bell. Heal Bell is like saying, hello, I wanna fucking sacrifice my Chimecho. I don't wanna sack my Chimecho. Do we get the Penguin to 27? Yeah, just in case it fucking lets it do something. Same with the Toxer. They need the bulk here. I'm saying they're gonna need the general bulk. We get to berry up on everyone, which is nice. Since we're killing the Skarmory turn 1, there's not gonna be a chance for them to pluck our berries. And I think it's just Oran Berry, like times 5. And the Mech Cargo Chestnut gets to keep its Quick Claw because the Oran Berry doesn't do that much for it. It has Recover. It has Recover. It will not take chip damage from the sand, which is another reason to say it doesn't need as much. It also probably will get targeted less than the other slot, because they will see more damage into the other slot. They shouldn't Earthquake as long as there's partners up. That's safe. I don't like that I only have one Pokemon that outspeeds and OHKOs the Gligar. Like, ideally, if you have like a Bibarel or some other water type, you can have... If Love Disc was here, Love Disc would, by the way, Love Disc would probably do work on this fight. Click and Charm on... Maybe you leave the Skarmory up and you click Charm into it. If you're very sure you can OHKO the Earthquakers. Or you just Charm the Hippo. And then you get Sure Hit Aqua Pulse, a Water Pulse, into the Gligar for 2-hit KO. You've never seen someone analyze everything before a battle. Yeah, it's quite common for the people that are playing this ROM hack as a Nuzlocke. Also, this one is not fully analyzed because double battles are way harder to analyze because it's harder to predict what the opponent will switch in. In singles, you can, you know, it depends on how much RNG you account for, right? It gets easier to account. Do we get the flyer to 26, 27, 26? Last decision. You outspeed this guy now because you're this level. I need to upload the save in the calc. I'm excited to see if this all works out. You outspeed this now. Chimecho, you're at like 48. If you're level 27, you outspeed this guy. Sure, that's worth it. That's worth it. That's worth it. It feels a little bad, but I'd rather go deathless and worry about EXP management later than have deaths and be like, oh, my Chimecho fucking died. I should have leveled it to 27, huh? Okay. Ooh, I'm scared. I'm saving. I'm saving again. It's not like we get to reset, and in Nuzlocke you do not, like, get to go back to your save. You lost... Hold on. I'm polishing my badge. For good luck. One of the great mechanics of a Diamond and Pearl. Platinum too. Come on, come on. Yeah, there you go. That's a shiny badge. This line seems decent, so let's run it. We really hope for no Stealth Rocks. Or maybe we hope for no Tailwind, actually. Uh-oh, I just realized there's one scary thing about this line. I just realized. If this Skarmory Tailwinds and Gliscor comes out, we're not gonna be outspeeding the Gliscor, or the Gligar, or whatever. And it's like 50-50, I think, between Tailwind and Stealth Rocks. Tailwind, +1, +2 Stealth Rocks is like +2, +1. Just 50% chance to +1, and then each have a chance to get plussed by setup AI. If they both don't get plussed, it goes to Tailwind. So Tailwind is more likely. So if you Tailwind and you bait, and you hit a 25% chance after Tailwind to bait Gligar and Gabite, then you are looking at some trouble if your dive also misses. Is this worth switching the whole, like, switching to steering and going like, keep the Hippopotas alive, like, only kill the Skarmory on the first turn, and like... But we didn't pre-sleep. We didn't pre-sleep, so we can't really keep the Hippo alive. We just have to ball up. We just have to fall. Boom, Stealth Rock. Perfect. Everything's fine. It didn't tailwind. Okay. Because there were a lot of percent chances that had to go wrong. It had to click Tailwind. It had to get Gligar in on both, like, it had to double target into Magcargo on the switch in AI. And then the dive had to miss once. You now have 4 drawings in the sketchbook. That is great work. Also great work by these two. We get a cheeky little double KO with this lead here. It's really good. If we're Golking over levels, it's okay. Or Seeking. His name's Seeking, right, in English? I think in German it might be Golking. Okay, that's Perugly. That's 1 target into this guy. That's good. That's good. We like seeing this. This is perfect how we want to draw it up. We want to Will-O-Wisp the Gabite. It's not going to click Earthquake because it's afraid of hitting the Perugly. And the Perugly is going to click Return into this guy, which is what the Rhyhorn is here for. Garchomp, Jirachi, Metagross, and your Fakemon. Those are those, at least the 3 real Pokemon, I know are sick Pokemon. Awesome, it clicks Fake Out, there's even less damage into the Rhyhorn. Now this guy clicks Protect, that's okay. This guy clicks Protect, that's fine. This is why we want to Will-O-Wisp the Gabite and keep it alive. Because it loves Click and Protect. Each Pokemon does 1 page. Nice. Okay, we keep hoping Will-O-Wisp hits into this. And now the Perugly is going to click its Metal Tail or whatever, its Iron Tail. Gabite uses Protect, it fails. Now we get a chance to hit. It can also click into Magcargo, which is only bad if it lowers defense. It didn't. We get a Will-O-Wisp miss. That is what happens sometimes. Can you stay in against this return, Prinplup? Not really. You kind of want to switch again. It's a little annoying, but we just kind of Will-O-Wisp into the Gabite. It will be so good once the Gabite is burned, okay? Now the rocks are kind of showing their ugly face a little bit. That's another Protect from Gabite. There's a return into this guy, that's okay. I just would love to hit a Will-O-Wisp into the Gabite. This is what the Penguin comes out for again. Tanks an Iron Tail. Will-O-Wisp hits, beautiful. Okay, so now we're set up on the field. The Gabite, now, because it's burned, its damage is halved, and also, like half the turns, it doesn't attack. Because he just loves Click and Protect, Gen 4 AI. Now on this turn, the Perugly maybe even sees a kill with return into the Penguin. Let me just check if it sees a kill here. Check our HP that we have left. 38. And return Hyrule. It doesn't see a kill, but it's still most damage on the field into the Penguin. So we get to safely get the milk back in there to tank a return. And whatever the Gabite clicks now, because it's really weakened, thanks to being burned. It clicks Protect anyway. We are doing one of our 2 attacks that are in here to kill the Perugly. We just kind of don't want to crit the Perugly this turn. That is what we might want to avoid. If we get a crit here, things are a little cringe, but we don't, so that's nice. Why do we not want to kill it this turn? Because we want to kill it next turn, is the obvious implication. But why exactly? Well, this turn the Perugly sees highest damage on the field, Iron Tail into the Rhyhorn. It might click Iron Tail into Chestnut too, depending on if you get the roll or not. But that means we can safely dispose of this guy with a Fire Spin and switch in our fish again, who as a water type resists steel, doesn't take as much damage. Now either Solrock or Gligar are going to come in after the Perugly dies. Maybe it even goes into Magcargo. Doesn't? Okay. Did anyone have a moth infestation as you have one? No? I'm happy to say we don't have a moth infestation. That sounds like it sucks. We got a defense drop on our boy, which kind of sucks. We set this guy to burn. And see how much damage it has into the Seeking. If the Seeking is -1 defense. That's 30. That's like if Dragonclaw crit into Seeking. I guess that could kill it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But what can you do? This is where you click Fire Spin into this and dive into this and you just fucking ball up. It clicks Protect anyways. That's why we keep this guy alive on the field and burned. Dive Okos here. We don't get a Bright Powder Mist, which is very nice. Thank you, Seeking. Dispose of him. Dispose of him, Seeking. If it doesn't overlevel, we can bring it to one more fight, which is also nice. I didn't check, but I don't care about it overleveling. I don't think I'll bring it to Gardenia in any circumstance. Now it's only the Glisor left. And we can double target the Gligar too if we want to. Which I do want to. Actually, we might just click... The Slick and Rock Slide makes sense. I'm checking damages. Rock Slide into this isn't too much. I just don't want to Fire Spin into this guy if he's gonna live. We can actually do Fire Spin into Gabite. Yeah. We Fire Spin into the Gabbit. Because if it doesn't protect, it dies to Fire Spin if it hits. And if it's only the Gligar alive, then we can switch into our 2 floaters next turn. You live in the countryside of Europe. And you use wood to heat up the house in winter. There was eggs that hatched from the heat, and now there's eggs somewhere hatching. Ooh. Ooh. That seems terrible. At least it's not wasps inside your house. To look at the slight positive, I guess. We're dead to light. This guy could click Earthquake now, but he's burned. This guy doesn't see kills with Earthquake, I think. How much damage do they see into Seeking with minus defense? Earthquake doesn't see kill from Gligar, just about. So, do we just Fire Spin into Gligar, or do we Fire Spin... Fire Spin into Gligar has a chance to kill. We should Fire Spin into Gabbit. And pick up the dive kill right here, because we're not gonna miss, dude! Get fucked, loser! Yeah, fuck you, Sandvale. I don't know her. I don't fucking know the Sandvale. Goodbye! Just killed one. Me too. I just killed that fucking... The Gabite is no problem. If you just hit. If you just don't get Sandvale miss, it's not a problem. This guy might click Earthquake this turn. We know this, because now... This is a little annoying. He sees that its dead partner is a floater. So he's going to keep clicking Earthquake. Because this is an interesting thing about the AI in Gen 4 in double battles. The AI still thinks its dead partner is alive. And if the dead partner is not a flying type Pokemon or a levitate Pokemon, they think they would hurt their partner with Earthquake and are not going to click it. It all started after one hatch. They made eggs on a curtain. Your mom was there, took care of it. At least that's good that everyone's aware, but you, yeah. Okay, the Deathless Mars! This is a pop-off worthy moment, hey! Yes! Okay, I don't have like a fucking... That's alright though, I quite enjoyed our battle. My, lose to a child, will you? But no matter, we've collected plenty of electricity. With the power we obtained, we can do something quite spectacular. It seems quite obvious to me, Charon, the genius even the boss recognizes. Now, Mars, we should be going. Will you shut it? The boss is the only person in the world who's allowed to base Mars. Base Mars, Mog is fucking incel scientist. Don't think you're important. I guess it's time to say goodbye and leave for the time being. Team Galactic. They were saying they had to gather Pokemon and energy no matter what. It was for creating a new universe, or so they claimed. Nothing they said made any sort of sense to me. I can't tell you how grateful I am for you saving me. What Pokemon should you draw and not starters? You should draw Magcargo. You should draw Magcargo. That's the goat of this game. Everyone that knows Platinum Kaizo would be like, Pog, chestnut fan art. Thank you, trainer, you made the bad people go away. Yeah, no, we saved the power plant. By the way, a fucking 4 Pokemon Mars, Deathless. Maybe a little, you know, maybe a little overleveled on the Gold King, but I'm happy to say this seems pretty, like, you get this guy pretty consistently. Kind of like screenshot this with F12. Yeah. It does screenshot. Boom, save this. Just so I can post that in the Discord later. So I can post that and be like, yo, Deathless Mars. I'm a little worried about the levels. Honestly, these two could have stayed lower level. Mareep and Mecargo. Oh yeah, you love Mareep, Floss. That makes sense that you say Mareep. This could be always. Like, this always could be a pretty consistent line if your Goldeen is strong enough to Oko the Gligar. That's really what it comes down to. If you have a Bibarel, it does the same thing as Gold King. And yeah, pivoting around on that. Mecargo picks up some good kills. The Mecargo burn. This seems pretty repeatable also. Like, this seems like a repeatable thing. And we had 2 guys in the back for if something goes a little wrong. Hello, Looker. Ah, yes, it is you, yes. I've heard that Team Galactic appeared at this power plant. I have therefore come running. So the Team Galactic, where are they? You have run them off, you say? Your trainer, but very well. I shall go investigate inside. No, they all left already, Looker. You're too slow, man. Magnificent, yes it is. What you've said is all true. Though you are young, you're a trainer through and through. Very well, I shall pursue the culprits. I've received tips that the Team Galactic hideout is in Eterna City. To there, I must be off. Okay, bye, Looker. Okay, so we got through that without anyone dying. But because I wanted to be on the safe side, now all of our guys that we brought are pretty highly leveled. Why are we worried about Pokemon being highly leveled? Well, in the rules for the Hardcore Nuzlocke Challenge for Platinum Kaizo, if you're doing it to the rules that everyone that's in this Discord or in the community plays it by, you have a level cap, and it's a soft level cap. Which means if our Pokemon goes above level 28, which is the highest level of the next gym leader's Pokemon, we are not allowed to use it until we've beaten the gym leader. Which means this Goldie, this Gold King, can get maybe like 1 or 2 more kills in this whole split. So it's almost dead, in a way. Now these two both have a lot of space for their XP on their levels. This guy doesn't. Chestnut, he gets double XP, it's a little tough. We saved some berries too. It's really, really clean Mars. Really clean. What can I say? It'd be even cleaner if I'd only brought 4 Pokemon, but that would be like hubris. Or if I just didn't level these to like 27. I don't know. Gotta go? It was nice having you. Good luck on the drawing, on the sketchbook. Maybe I'll see you again. Because I will keep playing Pokemon. Just not every stream. You were here for Deathless Mars. That's big. Okay. We need to do more calcs for the next trainers, but I think the next trainer is after we figure out if we're going to fish or... We're not going to fish for an encounter. We're not fishing for an encounter, but we can decide whether we want like a day or like nighttime encounter. There's the next trainer over there. We can honey tree it up, or we can take the grass. Or we can fish, but fishing isn't super good here. So we're gonna have to decide on that. Well, let's look at our encounter document. Oh, we can look here too, but the Pokedex here doesn't like dupe out everything correctly because it doesn't know which Pokemon I've traded away, and it doesn't know the Pokemon that are dead because it doesn't load them into Calc. So it's more correct to... Is this the one where... Yeah, this one, we do have a Farfetch'd, it just doesn't dupe it out correctly. It didn't dupe it out correctly over here. Here we don't have a Farfetch'd. Okay, we can't get Arbok. We can get 100% Lydian. Liddy! If we go in at day, we have a higher chance for Nidorino. You can repel Manip here, which is pretty cute. We could go for Pachirisu. I don't think we have an electric type. So you can consider Apache for future endeavors. I've thought about this before. I just think hitting Starly would be ass, and at this point, like, that fight that we just did is probably where Bidoof and Bibarel pop off the hardest. Now you can repel to 17. And then you have like Poochyena, Ledian, Staravia. You have like a little chance for Staravia, which doesn't do anything this split. And that probably, I think that gives you the highest chance at Nidorina and Nidoran if you do it like that. And I think we're gonna repel Manip to 17, which is removing Starly and Bidoof, because I think my high roll here would be Nidorina. I would love to see Nidorina. Nidoqueen gets battle armor. Nidoking just gets big stats. Both of these would be really good. I'm not upset about a Ledian, but I think these are better than Ledian. Especially because Ledian, you get better moves if you don't get it from catching it here. Why is that? Well, Ledian, if you catch it here at 22, gets Mach Punch, Bug Bite, Reflect, Light Screen, which is not bad at all. But you might want it to have Aerial Ace over Bug Bite, I think. It's kind of like a... It's a little thing, but I think Aerial Ace is probably better. Also, I guess if you delay this, you get knockoff. You're never getting knockoff, let's be honest. It's actually smaller than I remembered in my mind. Like, a difference that it makes. But then you have flying fighting coverage, which is better than bug fighting coverage. And you know, the main thing you want to hit with bug is grass anyway. And dark types you already hit with Mach Punch. But, you know, even if we get this Ledian here, it's gonna be real nice to click Light Screen or Reflect on these double battles coming up. Like, it's not bad at all. I just think the Nidorina Nidoran might be able to cook a little harder. Especially... Oh. Do you I'm back? No, I don't want to update my, like, printer drivers. No, thank you. Pachirisu is fine too. Pachirisu is buffed in this to have better attack, and it's already pretty, like, decently tanky with its Bidef. Okay, defense. I mean, it's like 450 BSD. It's like decent at this point. It has adaptability for its electric type moves. I mean, it still isn't gonna hit very hard, but you know, you get coverage with Ice Fang. You get Ice Fang. You get Thunder Fang. You get Follow Me at 27 if you want to draw aggro in a double battle. You can, like, if you know you're not dead to a crit from something, you can Follow Me if they see kill in the other slot or something. And then you can Follow Me a specific move into Pachi. It gets Charm if you keep it alive for a long time, which is pretty decent. It's fast. It's fast is like a big thing for it. It doesn't get much utility because it's fast. It gets like Follow Me, Charm. And you don't get a good electric move at this point if you get it. It's another little annoying thing. You get Shockwave, which is like okay. It's like decent, but you don't, like, you would hope it gets Thunder Fang, but you don't get that till 35. But a daytime grass it is. I don't think anything in this grass can roar. No, so we are free to just walk into the grass with a level 17 Glameow lead, so we don't get Starly or Bidoof. Hold up, I almost messed it up. And now it pays off that we didn't have to level Glameow for that one fight, and I baited with level 17 Glameow. Come here, hungry. My manipulator, my EXP manipulator. Put this biblical greed back in the box. Dude, I'm pumped, Chad, for that Deathless Mars. We're gonna have to live with EXP management as a fucking, like, divine punishment afterwards, but that's okay. We can get the, like, I'm not expecting to get the 1% Puchiena, but if we do, it's good because it's a dark type. I think I would like the Nidorans more, but it's a dark type, and it has Intim to lower people's attack. We can Honey Tree. We got Weedle and Wurmple out of the Honey Tree pool, but I just think the Nidorina and Nidorans on this route are so good that I don't want to risk getting the Cricket Dot this round. We've got some good guys. Like, we got Combee is really good on the Honey Tree if we get a female one. Burmy is really good on the Honey Tree, especially if we get a female one. But Caterpie and Kricketot are both kind of ass. Just straight up bad. Honestly, Kricketot might be able to cook something up. But, you know, it's more of a, I guess if I have to. So this removes the encounters that are below level 17 from the pool, which is just Bidoof and Starly. And we get a Nidoran female. That's exactly why we're going in at level 17, so we keep this chance up. If you manip at like level 9, if you manip at like level 18, you only cut this one out. So that would be bad. I'm looking at it again. Yeah. At 18, you just cut out the Nidoran female, so that would be kind of doing nothing. Get a big Toxter in there just to sit on like its attacks and throw some balls. Keep our good balls in the bag. And there you go. Let's look at the IVs. These are pretty impactful because, you know, this is a bulky, mid-speed, mid-attack. It's like it's got like decent everything, so getting good IVs would be pretty huge. Call her critless. She will never get crit once she evolves. Not crittess. Critless. Boom. Battle armor! Hey, battle armor! Battle armor! Oh, we can even maybe pick up... We can pick up Drill Run at 25 with this. And then... It will have like Sludge and Drill Run as Nidoqueen, which is kind of fine. You don't super need Poison Fang yet. You go to 25. And you kind of your moveset be like Body Slam, Drill Run, Sludge, Double Kick. And then it's gonna learn Poison Fang and Earthquake later per level up. We're probably bringing a Nidoqueen to Gardenia's gym if I had to guess. Well, it's still up to the IVs here, but let's just see. We really didn't need to heal like the... Oh, I guess the Smogon has damage, but... Okay, show me the moves, Nidorina. Okay, you got good special attack, bad attack. Middling defense, def speed, but you know it's not zero defense, 3 special defense and like 2 HP. It's like a 40%er, you know, it's like a 40% cut Nidoran female. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I don't want the options. I want to save. Okay, I'll be right back. And with that, I am right back. Can I say I'm very positively surprised by Proxima in chat? I was expecting I was expecting Proxima to be like, hey, do you need a new... you need a new fucking PNG tuber? Do you need some fucking panels in your about section? I was like... I was waiting for it, but I guess Proxima is just a child that likes to run Pokemon and has a moth infection in their house. Which... happy. Good. That's good, I guess. The instant follow really surprised me. Like, follow without saying anything. Probably the moment they came in, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, are you trying to sell me your, like, AI-generated emotes right now? Are you telling me to DM you on Discord? No. Which is nice. Okay. We have our awesome little fucking Chungus picked up. I'm just one of these three now. I'm just one of them. Let us return to the calc. These next few battles will be easier. You can see there's a little bit of this, like a little spike in tension, and then it goes down a little bit. We just have a bunch of guys that have 4 Pokemon teams that are single battles that you can kind of like cruise through if you get a correct line. I mean, maybe the scariest thing, you know, you gotta like figure something out for this Tyrogue that can click Endeavor with Focus Sash and then clicks Mach Punch on you the next turn. Though, consider maybe you just fucking click Fire Spin on Chestnut. Maybe it won't Endeavor on the first turn because it's full health, I'm unsure. Let's check Endeavor AI, yeah? Target's HP under 70% if the user will move before the target and the user's HP is over 70%. If the user will move after the target and the user's HP is over 50%. User will move after the target and the user's HP is over 50. Okay, so it shouldn't even click Endeavor if you just Fire Spin kill it with Mech Cargo. And even if it does, you just switch out next turn. I'm very far ahead. I'm just pointing you that this guy got like a little trickery with a Tyrogue, and then there's a Doduo, which might like to click, you know, fucking crazy Brave Birds and high jump kicks and double edges into you. I think this is maybe his high jump kick, though. You can't really just bring out the Rhyhorn for this. This is kind of... These two show why having like fighting, flying coverage is really good. Also White Herb on this Pure Power Meditite with Meditate. This one looks like maybe it's a Sentret angle. You need to get Sentret in on something. If it sees kill with Quick Attack, it should always click Quick Attack, right? And then you can get Sentret in on Quick Attack and just fucking slam your way through. Because we have our emergency Sentret, but let's not jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trainers ahead. Let's deal with Camper Jacob and his C-Dot that you want to Oko because it has Self-Destruct, and Ponyta, which is a stronger Pokemon than you might think, and some of his other guys. Upload our save. Ideally, we don't use our guys that are weak that much. We can think about what level we might want to already bring this to level 25. I'm really thinking about it. If you bring it to 25, you get Drill Run, because then you can like go for an immediate Nidoqueen. You know, you can immediately ball up with Nidoqueen. I don't even think Poison Jab is going to be much better than Sludge on our Nidoqueen anyway, because it has shit attack IV. And you still get Poison Fang way later. If you go 23, you do get Crunch, which would be good for Fantina. But then you don't get Drill Run until you get like fucking a good ground move way later. There's a Moonstone in Eterna City, so we could also consider keeping this in Nidorina, and then Moonstoning Nidoqueen there, and you know, bring the Wigglytuff before we bring the Nidoqueen. That might actually be the line. We can bring this to level 25 as Nidorina for now, and then evolve it, and then see how it lines up as Nidorina and not Nidoqueen. And calc with a 25 Wigglytuff for the double battles. Because you have the AoE Sing, is what makes Wigglytuff really, really good into the double battles. The cat, we don't really need to level the cat. It's kind of ass until it evolves, and it evolves at 28. And it has a good chance of coming to the gym. Okay, we're going to give this little goob the Everstone, so we don't have to press B on it evolving like 20 fucking times. Don't trash it! Careful! Careful, don't mismanage your menu. Don't misclick. Rare candy me up. You get to learn Dig for sure over Scratch. 20, 21, Body Slam. Yes, we're gonna take Body Slam. I mean, that's 90. Do you just take it over Bite? Or do you keep Bite? Do you take it over Double Kick? Double Kick being 60 base power. Super effective Double Kick is like 120. Super effective Drill Run is gonna be like 120. When are you ever clicking Body Slam? If they are flying, you can have 4x effective double kick sometimes though. Do you have a 4x effective Bite? We're keeping Bite because it can flinch. I'm keeping Bite, it can flinch. Okay, and now we need to take the Everstone away so it evolves on 25 as well. So it evolves. And we don't like get it to 25 and then it learns Drill Run, but then it doesn't evolve and then we have to push it one level further and we can use it for one level less. Yeah, you're getting Drill Run over Dig. I mean, this is 120 BP with high crit rate. Well, for this guy, it's not 120 BP yet, I guess. It'll be 120 once we have Nidoqueen. I mean, this is 360 BSD. Nidoqueen is just like 530 BSD. It's just a question of... Do you want to evolve Nidorina into Nidoqueen for these battles? Or do you use your Moonstone on Jigglypuff 25 for the doubles in the forest? And I think waiting for the doubles in the forest is better there. So I think that is more proper. That probably means the Critless is actually not gonna get much action yet. Unless there's like something very obvious that it can do that doesn't risk it at all. Like risking that guy now seems really bad. Okay, put the display capture up. And let's, I mean, look, you can see this guy gets outsped and O-code by a bunch. The Seal doesn't actually get outsped and O-code by very much. The Ponyta outsped and O-code by the Golking, but that's a little scary. It also gets outsped and O-code by the Vigoroth. Okay, if you get some chip in, Vigoroth can do giant work there. This guy, I mean, you can bring... This guy's Drill Pack. Okay, you can't bring that guy in. This guy, yeah, you can bring the Fanfy in at like... Even at 22, you can bring the Fanfy in on this guy. So that's probably an angle. Let's upload the save. Whenever we can use Fanfy, we should. Because it's a little low level. Unless we like level it up, obviously. Let's see. Okay, so this is easy Magby frag, I think. Magby frag into this guy into bait surf every time. Switch this guy in. Actually, Magby, 25 Magby. Magby, if we put you to 25 and give you Thunder Punch. Okay, it's a roll. We're not. What if you're level 20? Okay, no. Okay, now 22 Magby can just fucking blow this guy up, bait this guy, bait Surf from this guy. The Vigoroth takes it, but doesn't Oko you every time. So we have no grass types is kind of showing itself a little, but you know, that could change in the forest. Obviously. Dustox, do you just kind of sit on this guy? You take a bunch of damage from Surf, but you can like Moonlight up, click Sludge Bomb, Moonlight up, click Sludge Bomb. Oh. Someone who takes even less damage from Surf, obviously would be ideal. Weezing walls this pretty comfortably, or of course, Ferret can just fucking clean it, remove it. Bringing our Ferret remover. Clear this guy. This guy's not part of the squad anymore. He evolved. I mean, obviously Ferret can like sweep through the whole team, right? We're just preserving Ferret EXP for when something gets harder. Can something take this out that also takes out the Ponyta really well? You have like a chance with Aurora Beam to kill this. If your natural gift was a good type, but you're not baiting the Ponyta, are you? You're baiting highest damage coming out of this guy, which might be Stomp, honestly. Is Drill Pack 90 or 100? Drill Pack is 80. Okay, wait, you actually do bait this guy. You do actually bait Ponyta. Okay. Ponyta in. I mean, of course, he is level 27. But he also feels like he's ass all the time, so I don't know if that's good or bad. Mods, I'll kill him. This one you saw. Half of them you don't see. Not because we banned him that fast, but because they just don't show up. Level 23, do you kill this guy? Yeah, 23... 23 Oko this. You bait Seal Ice Beam, actually, if you do that, little duck. And you live Seal Ice Beam, so you get to just, like, click a slash into it. Okay, we're starting with this guy at 23. New line, start with this guy, 23, Aerial Ace, Oko. You don't have a Sash, do you? You have a Quick Claw. Risky AI with Quick Claw. Ooh. We'll give him the berry. We'll give him Chillin' Berry. He probably won't Quick Claw and click Self-Destruct. And if Quick Claw didn't trigger, you actually get to click Slash into this guy. But if Quick Claw did trigger and you did some damage with Headbutt, then we have to probably insta-switch. This guy's gonna click Ice Beam in that case. And if you click Ice Beam, we can actually probably get this guy in pretty bing chilling. Click Sludge Bomb, click Moonlight. That baits the Pony. Pony Flame Wheel. That's when you get your water types in. Or your ground types, I guess. Pony Flame Wheel. That does a lot to you. Doesn't do that much to you. So that's where Penguin takes this guy out. And then on the last guy, you dilute the XP by putting it into probably... This guy gets stomped on pretty hard. You can switch the Fanfi in. This guy will click Poison Jab. The Fanfi resists that. And then the Fanfi can like tank a Stomp, click a Dig. And you can like... You outspeed, you don't do that much. Chimecho does super duper kill this guy, but Chimecho is really good in general. 25 Jiggly, 24 Jiggly, 25 Jiggly. If you evolve this guy to Wiggly, then I think it cooks here. Can you just... Nope, you get poison jabbed. I mean, you can like Smogon, you can Chestnut. You can just like distribute DXP, I guess. Or you can get like a Ferret frag for 200 EXP just on the last guy. Sure, sure. Just bring these 3 strong Pokemon as backup. 3 good Pokemon as backup. That you can like distribute EXP on if you need to. It'd be good if we had like a weak Pokemon that can also take some of the EXP. Hey. Dealing with this Nidoran. I mean, the Arbok is still, but this guy gets stomped. Seeking is too close to leveling. Yeah, it's just not a fight where that happens. We're putting Save Me to 23. Dustox, you can come just the way you are. You are good. You are actually still here. We're putting Chime Show in the box. Lucky for you, Joe could also be called a mod. Good job, Joe. Yeah, no, I am a mod. Don't worry. I got him. Last guy. We have the guys, right? Big Mac. We got Bird, Moth, Penguin, Toxic Chestnut, and Saturday, and we leveled the little guy. We leveled the leak. We're all the mods of our own lives. Gotta remember that, kids. Keep yourself safe. That's really funny. I agree. And we chill and bury this one. We don't really need the increased crit chance for this fight from the leak, from the stick. And this is just in case it triggers Quick Claw and clicks self-destruct. So we reduce the damage of that. And don't die to it. It probably won't trigger Quick Claw though. Right? A wild Pokemon. That would suck if this guy, we can't run away and it triggers our berry. That didn't happen though. Okay. Actually, we can just talk to him. Show me what you've got. Did I miss a sash somewhere? No, Expert Belt, King's Rod. Okay. C dot. So it has Explosion. This is why we just want to kill it. Okay. It doesn't trigger its Quick Claw to Quick Claw explode on us. This is great. At 22, you don't always kill. That's why we went to 23. That's good EXP on this low guy. Because we didn't take any damage, we're actually not dead to Ice Beam crit. Which means we do get to click Slash once. We are only at +2 luck instead of +4 because we are holding the berry instead of the leak. So it's not super likely for this to crit. But it is a high crit move. It is like a 1 in 3, I think. We don't get the crit. That is perfectly fine. This doesn't matter here. We don't have to like keep the fight going. This is only a 30% chance to 2-hit KO. This is what the Moth is in the back for. To tank Ice Beam even on crit. And then just click Moonlight. Take the Surf. Now we're not dead to a Surf crit after one Surf. So we actually get to click a Sludge Bomb right here into this guy. Are we dead to this Surf crit on this range? 42? No, we're exactly not dead to a Surf crit. How fucking bing chilling. We get to just click Sludge Bomb. We outspeed. And it doesn't kill, and that's okay. We can Moonlight up. And then we're a little healthier into this next mon, even though we're probably just switching out anyway, because it's going to click Flame Wheel. It's going to be the Ponyta. Hey, and then this Ponyta clicks Flame Wheel, and you can switch in your penguin to take it out. Thanks to Flame Wheel, Aqua Cutters. Does everything you need it to do. We do get burned, which means you need to do like 2 Aqua Cutters slash like one more pivot to be precise. It's click and Stomp right now. So what do you switch in on Stomp? You switch in the Muggler. And then you click Psybeam, or Sludge to be precise. That's good, we're splitting the EXP. Click Sludge, this kills. Even if we get burned and crit, everything is fine and safe. There's a Nidorino. This guy absolutely walls and kills the Nidorino, but we probably wanna see if we can get some EXP on someone else here. He's going to go for Drill Peck or Water Pulse. They are same damage here, so we probably don't get to split the EXP. We can split some to Chestnut, but Chestnut doesn't want EXP, really. We want to keep the EXP off of Chestnut. And like the Penguin is dead to Drill Peck crit, I think. Yeah, it's exactly dead to that. It's also high level. The only other option would be getting Saturday in and fragging out with a slam kill. I think we can put half the EXP on Saturday. Yes, we live a crit, and yes, we outspeed, and yes, one more time, the slam kills. Because Saturday is a little lower level, there's like a higher chance that for some future calculation, maybe we need that guy to be 1 level higher, so it's better to get EXP on him than on the guys that are higher level. Even though, you know, he could make most fights currently, he could just fucking crush them. We're just healing this guy before walking back in case we spin, get ambushed by a Pokemon, and who knows, maybe we can't run away. That's a cute little Poochyena. That's a 1% roll on this route. That's really rare. Well, 2%, but... Actually, no, but 2% is way different from 1%. It's twice as likely. Which is not that different, but pretty different. Okay, next trainer. And we have an update for the calc. Please update me. What's new? Oh, this is the same update we already got, I think. Added experience groups to Pokemon entries. Pokemon obtained in the Veilstone department store, not important correctly. Okay, great. No, this is all fine. Doesn't matter to us too much. Okay, next trainer. Got a fake outing Guts Makuhita. You just have to outspeed and kill that guy. This Diglett has Arena Trap, so you don't want to get trapped with something that doesn't win the 1v1 or isn't a flying type. Also, Pursuit on both of these. Scary if you're bringing your psychic types, really. Okay. Let's see if we have something that like outspeed and kills a bunch of guys here. This Geodude is a little scary. The Primplup pretty much takes care of it though. If you bait the Geodude in last, it's a joke. If you don't bait it in last, it has self-destruct that it can click. Okay, so let's see. Dude, do you 1v1 this guy? 93% chance to 1v1 this guy. Plus your increased crit rate, you basically always just fucking take this guy out. But this baits Geodude, which is a little scary because he does have rollout and self-destruct. So is that useful for us? You have a bunch of dark type moves. If you bait ground, you always bait Diglett. If you bait flying, you bait Spearow, then Diglett. If you bait rock, you bait Geodude, then Diglett. We don't have any grass moves, I think, to kill this Geodude with either. Our box is pretty ass into Geodude, specifically. Well, you know, Seeking and Primplup really roll it, but they're very high EXP right now. That's kind of the price we pay for bringing 2 water types to pivot through the Iron Tail during Mars. I mean, I think this guy with Mud Bomb, no, you have huge Earthquake. When Smog fucking sits on you like a tank. I think the best way to deal with this is to just Aqua Cutter that guy. Do we get natural gift flying? What do you bait? You bait highest damage, yes? Highest damage coming from this guy would be self-destruct, actually, in this case. So if you kill this guy with a water type, you're actually baiting Geodude, which is kind of nice. So you might take, like, Fake Out and then kill this guy. And then this guy comes out, you Aqua Cutter. He has a Focus Sash. Careful, he has a Focus Sash. So you always take like an Earthquake or a Sucker Punch. This guy comes out, and obviously Penguin, you don't outspeed him and you can't switch out. Okay. Let's see how we bait a ground type. With poison we bait a ground, right? Does Bug resist ground? It might, actually. Earthquake, if this was just normal type. Oh, no, it is very... Well, no. It's because this guy is a normal type. That's just a 50% from stab. Okay, so this is normal. This would also bait Geodude, because it's rock. It's rock typing baits Geodude. How do you... I want the Geodude last. Something that kills this. 1v1's this. Snake. Snake struggles with 1v1ing this guy, though. Because its best move into it is fucking Poison Sting. Chud fucker. God damn it. Guaranteed 2-hit KO after burn damage, though. But it clicks Fake Out, it gets burned. It clicks Facade, and if it doesn't crit, you click Poison Sting, he gets burned once, and then you click Poison Sting and it dies, probably. If you're baiting highest damage, you're sadly baiting this guy into you, my man. So we need to bait with something that's weak to ground. I mean, you can take this guy out, but you die to this Earthquake if it crits. So we don't love that line. Could be a Seeking angle, where you like switch in Seeking to get half XP from this, and then Seeking like still gets OHKO'd by self-destruct, to be fair, but at least you go before a rollout. You're dead to Earthquake crit though, so that's less than ideal. This shouldn't be this difficult. We're just missing something to bait Geodude later, so the Focus Sash, Sucker Punch, damage shit isn't as annoying. Diglett would come in, would not come in if you had Chimcho, because you have Levitate. So you float over the Diglett, and the very effective, super effective first move is like Geodude. This is 1x. It's actually Spearow if you kill with Chimcho, because it has super effective move, and both of its typings are 1x effective, where this is 1x effective 0x, and this is 0x twice, so it's Spearow. But then you're in against Spearow with Chimcho, and if you switch out, it's very likely to click Pursuit, and you take a lot of damage. So you just Hyper Voice to kill it too, which at that point baits in Geodude, still not as the last Pokemon. And you can't really switch out against this without risking crit on Chimcho. Okay, nice, okay. Okay, great. Now the B deals with these two really well, but because it's slow, because of minus speed, it like speed ties with the Diglett, which is bad. You get outsped, but you kill the Diglett. But you bait the Geodude, which you kill with 2 Brick Breaks. Now I'm looking at it again, maybe it's not so bad to kill it with 2 Brick Breaks. because no, you've roll out with prio though. So that's the bad part. And it will always get its rollout prio. Rinplop has a hard time taking this guy out. Unless you give him like a berry. Do we get a natural gift berry that deals with it? You get Psychic, Tomato Berry. Psychic 90, special. 90 BP. Psychic, that should Oko, yep. And then that goes into the Geodude, which you Aqua Cutter. Ah, but you can't hold the Chillin' Berry at the same time, so if you just self-destruct, so you just get fucking blown up and die. Bad. Bad Geodude. Double Edge kill this guy, and it fucking... Oh, these movesets are so evil in the way where it's hard to bait the Geodude last through typing, and whenever it goes to highest damage, the Geodude is going to come out. We don't have world... Oh, if you had submission... Oh, you have Water Pulse into Geodude actually. Which is a 2-hit KO. If we evolve the Jiggly here. I don't think submission does it, does it? What if you were a Wigglytuff? If we're deciding this, then we can already be like, this is a Wigglytuff here, safe. And then have this in the calc against this. Water Pulse obviously kills. Especially at 25, it super kills. Submission just... it doesn't do it! It does not, but all its moves are gonna do so little damage that you can just click submission and click submission again. Which I think submission is better to have than Water Pulse, even though this is like a situation where Water Pulse would Oko, it doesn't Oko. Because it's a Focus Sash. Because I think with the new Wigglytuff development, you are okay to switch Wigglytuff in on like a rollout. And then you take a rollout crit, you take an Earthquake, you click submission, tank Earthquake, click submission again. It dies. Next highest damage is gonna be Diglett. Which you Oko with Body Slam, but it does outspeed for Earthquake. Earthquake crit kill. Except if you're at 25, this is like 40% and you should have like 60% left. Unless one of these did crit. If one of those did crit, then you are dead there to Earthquake crit. Which is unforged. Maybe an Oranberry angle. And then this guy comes out, and you can body slam him, but he's like pursuit coded. Ugh. It's a little cringe. It's a little cringe. It's a little cringer. We have not Dustox. Hold on, Dustox. Are you? You're Tinted Lens, okay. Sorry, if it was like, if it was Shield Dust, we could play into the Fake Out with Dustox, and that would have been pretty sick. But, alas, it is not. This is chance to kill. Psybeam. And then bring out this guy, which has like very little damage into you. And you can Psybeam it twice, and then Diglett comes out for highest damage with like Rock Slide coming out of this guy. And then you can switch out. You're going for a multi-frag. It's just this guy is problematic with self-destruct crit in the back. You take like Fake Out and then you kill this guy with Psybeam. 81% chance, guaranteed after burn, so there's a chance that you actually do take some damage on this. You get 2 kills in a row. Oh, look. We're back in Thinking Town, and the thinking is not working. Like Snake 1v1s this guy badly and doesn't even pull in the Diglett. Snake is in when Diglett comes out, you're chilling. We might have to just pull the Geodude early and like figure out what to play into it. Like Aerial Ace this guy. Geodude comes out, wants to click Rollout, and you switch. You can switch like Rhyhorn, but that gets fucking rolled. You can switch this into Rollout. And you click Aqua Cutter. It clicks Earthquake, click Aqua Cutter, it clicks Earthquake, you get outsped and fucking trapped by the Diglett. Maybe you do need to like take this out with the Smogon. With the Weezing. And then you can switch out on this guy, click and Rock Slide to switch into like Ferret for two 1-hit KOs or like 1-hit KO, and then you can switch on this guy again. So kill this. You're baiting super effective with Chimecho, you're baiting this into Chimecho. We don't want that. Take this guy out with something that baits the rock. It's not you though. You just click a fat double edge. Then this guy is going to click Earthquake. Yeah, sure. Highest damage is this on self-destruct. It's gonna click Earthquake or click self-destruct. We bring in the Weezing with the Chillin' Berry. If you come in on Earthquake, you're in free, you 2-hit KO this guy, and you outspeed it. Then, next in line order, coming from that guy, it's Rock Slide Diglett, which you can switch out on, or you can just click, like, Sludge on it. You can also switch out into it, never click an Earthquake, into, like, Arbok to crunch it. And then this last guy you can switch into, you know, you can send the duck in, or like the, you can send in the Fanfi and like the duck. Sure. These guys take some EXP. The Nidorina also is good on that last one. Okay. Hui. That felt like it took longer than figuring out the Mars fight. When it really shouldn't. Okay, you... Yeah, take the Chillin' Berry. And give him back his stick. He wants it. Okay, you are not on the team for this operation. The Snake is. You are not on the team. But the Elephant is. The long way. You are not on the team. This new team member is. Looking good. Just one thing. You are actually not on the team. It's a Vigoroth clicks fucking explosion on this guy, basically. Not actually explosion. And if Diglett somehow comes in for highest damage over self-destruct. But self-destruct is 80, so that's actually highest damage. More so than like Earthquake coming out of this guy. And we give the big floater a berry to live an explosion in case that guy decides to explode and it crits. And the nice part is also dissipates Earthquake from Geodude, so you get the Weezing in for free. Okay. Okay. Here you go. Line. Figured out. And there's a great ball. Nice, okay. Challenge him. Okay, so this Makuhita is going to fake us out on the first turn, but, like, that's okay. This guy doesn't need his HP for anything, really. Theoretically, I guess we could have pre-damaged so that the Geodude never blows up on the first turn against the Vigoroth. You know? But I didn't think about that, and it's a little annoying to self-damage against, like, Fake Out, and if you, like, self-damage around Fake Out, crit, potentially. Double Edge always kills. There's Geodude. It doesn't see kill with Earthquake, but Earthquake is highest damage. If it explodes, we live crit explosion thanks to the berry. We obviously hope it doesn't explode, because then you get in for free and you get to click Psybeam on it and 2-hit KO it. Sucker Punch here is just Prio now. Now he won't be able to explode before we kill him, which is really nice. Just a little bit XP for the floater. Now there's Diglett. Do we just kill this guy? Yes, but with Arbok. It has Arena Trap and a Heartstone. It's never click an Earthquake here. And then we outspeed it with our Snake, which is really nice. Get some EXP on this guy because he's level 25. This crunch killing honestly is like it's a real like stat check moment on Diglett. That guy is fucking tiny guy. This is when we can get in the long way to put EXP on our tiny elephant, who can click a big rock slide on it. He's not there to crit this turn. He might be there to crit the next turn. I will check. Steel Wing crit does roll up to 63 damage here, so that's when you get like the other duck in who... Ooh, this duck gets outsped, cringe. Get the Nidorina in. Who then kills with Sludge and isn't that the Steel Wing crit. Steel Wing crit into Quick Attack crit is something that would take this out, but if Steel Wing doesn't crit, the Quick Attack crit shouldn't be able to do it. Good. I did go for Quick Attack anyway, because it's not highest damage and it can't kill. There you go. Ah, Snake to 26. And we're leaving. Yeah, let's look at his next fight. Let's not overthink this one as much. So this one, you got Skip Bloom, Lotad, Butterfree, Happiny. This screams Magby to me. But Magby does get outsped and is dead to bounce crit. Magby at 24 does it. Which I think bringing a guy to 24 at this point is pretty chill. Especially if it like starts the line out so nicely. That always gets low-tat because it has Scald. It's the only super effective move. Which, honestly, you're close, man. 50% chance to Oko. There's like a 1 in 32 that is the actually like doesn't Oko and then hits us with crit Scald. Because if that did Oko, you just Fire Punch this guy. Fire Punch this guy, huh? Well, you can probably just switch to anything else, really. On this, like, this guy takes the Scald, gets an Aerial Ace off. We give him the berry that makes him... no, we should pre-sleep him. I guess. Then... That gets Happiny, actually. Who's going to click Thunder Wave. I mean, you can just Brick Break the Happiny. And then this Butterfree comes out. And it can't actually do that much to you, so... You kind of chill at that point. You bring out, like, maybe the Fanfy for, like, a turn. You know, maybe just you bring the Fanfy out for a turn, just for, like, let it say hi. The Rhyhorn. I mean, the Rhyhorn is 27. It's a little high. Yeah, you bring out the Double Edger. Maybe. This guy can't fall asleep, which is kind of nice. And then you can just kind of click Bite and then Double Edge. I don't know, bring the Snake. Fuck it, bring the Snake. And emergency, in case of emergency, bring the Sentret. That guy dies immediately, just can't get Scald, burned, yeah. It's a real... But if it's just a single Mon pre-status, it feels kind of cringe. It's just kind of I get you can just bury him. You can just bury him. Let's just use a berry on him. When else are we using the anti-fire berries? He doesn't need his crit luck anyway. Chud-san! Don't forget, you have to get to level 24 to do this, yeah? Yeah. Put the Chud at level 24. One level 24 Chud, please. Ah, you're still in the squad, I guess. Snake. Over this guy. That's the squad. It's like almost the same squad. This is how I would do it if our pre-status, if our pre-sleeping was limited. I would give that guy a stick. I would give that guy a berry. I would use one single berry instead of pre-sleeping using a pre-sleep. That seems more fun to me than having infinite pre-sleeps. Why does it seem more fun? Well, I fucking love resource managing. If you turn pre-sleeping into a resource, you have to manage that too, and that's awesome. So this Magby now outspeeds and kills the Jump Bluff. Out comes the Lotad. You switch on Scald into the bird that Aerial Ace kills. If you get burned, you heal it. You outspeed. Happiny comes in because it sees Thunder Wave, super effective. Brick Break outspeed kills. Then Butterfree comes in and you can put some EXP on the elephant. See, this... I thought they would all kind of go this fast. Hello. I love Pokemon that smell sweet, like this one. Get a whiff of this. Okay, lady. Aroma Lady Elizabeth. There's a Skip Bloom. That gets fire punched. Did I miss any focus sashes? No, I did not. Okay, now this is what he has. His anti-burn. Oh, he's teeter dancing. Rude. Okay. We'll just pivot with our extra guys that we have. He's clicking Ice Beam. I guess we can click into Arbok. Which he's gonna click like Scald on again. Yeah. Just don't fucking teeter dance again. Thank you. I guess he clicked Ice Beam even. Not even teeter dance. I don't know why he did though. Scald is highest damage into Arbok. I don't know why he Ice Beamed. Oh, this bitch doesn't have Evaluate Attack AI! You motherfuckers! You removed an AI flag to make the fucking trainer not evaluate which attack does the highest damage, which is theoretically bad for the trainer, but good for the trainer. Like, in the sense that it's less predictable. That's, something I should have seen coming. All the EXP goes into this guy, which is pretty great. So it's basically semi-random move now from this against our guy. We live a gust crit. Yep, so I think I will just click one aerial ace at least. And then see, now it doesn't have evaluate attack. So it doesn't care if it kills or not. Because that's strong AI. That's what strong AI is. That's evaluate attack. That checks if it can kill or not. So it's not guaranteed to use a move that will kill. You know, there's a chance it will simply click fucking Sleep Powder or something. Yep. Just as I had just explained. I think you get back in Magby right here. Now it shouldn't click Sleep Powder. It might click Supersonic. Yeah, which is fine. Now it might click Sleep Powders, get a long way back in there. Now it might click Supersonic or an attack and shut Son back in there. If it's an attack, we outspeed after and kill. Yep. Yeah, I'm fucking with Magby. Fast fire type is not bad. I can roll with it. This Magby also has 26 attack, 26, 27 special attack IV, so it's here to hit. Also, while I'm at it, while we're healing the Pokemon, let me go into my encounter document and be like Route 205 South, Nidoran female, marked up. You could delay for 205 North, which I didn't talk about at all. But 205 North just has a better chance at Buizel and less, like, similar chance at Nidorino, Nidoran. But you can't repel manip this stuff. So, because I could manip out the Starly and Bidoof at high chance, I was like, way better chance here for the Nidoran family. Alrighty then. Next up, we have Picnicker Sienna. This time, this one does have all the normal AI flags. Careful! This Azurill with huge power and double edge. It's, by the way, a normal type, not a water type. That's a scary little mouse. Especially if it comes out while your lead Pokemon is asleep from Nidorina's lovely kiss. Be aware of that. Wait, before we do all that, let me take the berry this guy randomly has away. Yes, you are a duck. And give him his leak back. Now we've got that stuff reroll. Wait, actually, hold out. You are also still holding your berry that I didn't take away from you. I need to get into the habit to take the berries away. Pokemon Challenges was right when he said, this is why I take my items, all the items from my Pokemon after every fight. It's just so you don't forget about it. Forget about it. Okay, so Sentret actually only has a chance to Oko this. Chimecho always Okos. And dies to double-edged crit from this guy. We can have someone that is pre-slapped or is holding this anti-sleepy berry on this one. This feels like a real pre-sleep is good moment, but these are random-ass trainers. Using a berry on a random-ass trainer also feels bad though. You can have this boy, because it has Vital Spirit. Who do you bait? Azurill, because it has big Brick Break. And Sphealous later in the fight, because both are neutral into you. So you 2-hit KO this guy. And it's going to click like Poison Fang. Poison Fang crit. And then with recoil damage from this being like 30%, you're looking kind of tough. Especially if you need to take the full recoil on killing this one. Who else mogs the Azurill? Chestnut if it's already in. Maybe you just have Chestnut, Fire Spin, this guy. You do get the full XP for the Nidorina, which is annoying. But like the EXP on the Azurill is so little that it's not bad to take it out with something that is already high level. Sentret doesn't 100% kill this guy. Let's see if we can bait the Natu with something that kills the Nidorina. So something that's like weak to Ghost, weak to Flying, weak to Grass. Weak to Grass could really be a line here. Like Rhyhorn, just click and stomp into this a few times. Obviously there's weak to Water, that would be Spheal. Then, that would work too. You get Spheal out, and into Spheal's Bubble Beam, you switch a Sentret. And Bubble Beam can slow you down, I think. 10% chance, but even if you get slowed by one stage, you still outspeed the Spheal. And you outspeed the Azurill that comes out. And then with the Natu isn't that scary at the end. Okay, so it's Rhyhorn versus the Nidorina. Or something else that baits the Spheal. Spheal also has Ice. Fighting would bait Azurill first, unless you're also weak to Water. We don't have that much that's that weak to Water. Like Magby is dead to Poison Fang crit, so it can't do this job. I think Rhyhorn does it pretty admirably. Might even just be a single stomp. It can live through some Lovely Kiss bullshit. We can give it the berry to wake up to make the first hit just a Lovely Kiss. It doesn't need the HP though. It will kind of prefer to get digged in the first turn. But then Lovely Kiss comes out. Yeah, it's this into this, and then this takes these two out, and then whatever to deal with Natu. Just the Chimecho. The Chimecho baits the Natu. So you could, if you want to play from the other angle, you can Chimecho, get the Natu to come out into the Chimecho. And then you can switch Sentret in against Natu. Did that do extrasensory crit though? It wouldn't click extrasensory, it would click drill peck or confuse ray. It's a 50-50 though. So you would need a berry for that. I don't want a berry. I think the Rhyhorn into this, because that has yawn, but it's gonna click bubble beam on the Rhyhorn every time. Is really nice. And then you can like play into this guy with just some random ass guys. Like Farfetch'd can come along. Arbok is not good into that extra sensory, honestly. Don't bring Arbok. No, no, no. Oh, that extra sensory is such big damage. I guess Chimecho is still coming in the back. Now maybe the Prinplup is also coming in the back. Sure. Those four should be able to then deal with the Natu. Rhyhorn is pretty high leveled, but there's no way in hell it's coming to Eterna City Gym full of grass and water types. Because it's raining the whole time. Hand that over. Give. Give, bad dog. I need that Quick Claw. Chutson, you're growing up so fast. Okay, this is where we call an emergency Sentret. We got the top fragger on the team. Get the Penguin on the squad. Penguin might be able to Oko. You stay, you go. Let me check what kind of nature power berry we can get against that guy. We can get like Belue berry, electric 100. If you have electric 100 nature power, do you just Oko the Natu? I think you do, looking at your Aurora Beam damage. Yeah, so we give that boy a Beluo berry. That's pretty cute. This is where we find out, I guess, if it is buffed. Belue berry. Hand that to Do Not the Penguin. Now its nature power is an electric type 100 BST move. If they change nature power to be Gen 6 damage. If it isn't, it's still like 80% damage against the Natu, but you know, not as much damage. It's a little hard to get the Penguin in against the Natu, but if it does come in on a Confuse Ray, you get a chance to click a button for big damage and Oko, which is kind of the whole point. No one else really needs anything. I'll give you the Quick Claw, it's free. If then Nidorina sends you to sleep, you can still kind of 1v1 it. And you know, if you just get some damage on it. Worst case, you can Chimecho switch into the Nidorina, which is going to click Dig on you anyway, and then Chimecho frags it out. And from Chimecho, you're gonna get Natu, and then Natu you can switch into like Vigoroth for an Oko, or the Penguin for an Oko. But preferably like Ferret or Vigoroth, because they also both Oko the Azurill, which would come out. I think that's like enough options covered. We also live quite a few digs on our big boy. Okay, we managed to run away, that's pretty big. Okay, we can actually get an item up there as well. Yeah, there's no trainers here. Yeah. Netball, okay. No, that's fine. Up. Yes. We can do it. The Sviel has Yawn, but we're probably Okoing the Sviel. You love to probably Oko something. Like, probably, it's like slow. Something's gonna outspeed and kill it. Just like, stomp. Lovely Kiss is so cracked it never misses. Is it 100 accuracy? And we get to burn our first sleep turn immediately. That's why I'm not dead. It's 90%. Wow. Only Jinx learns it for the player. How fast is Jinx? 95. Okay. I mean, if you get a Smoochum... If you get a Smoochum, that's its niche later. That's its niche later. 90%. It's just so the opponents can have a 90% sleep move. Yeah, it's like Stig, but it's super effective, but it doesn't do that much damage. Let's hope we don't get like a 4-turn sleep. Dig crit. We have to like switch out once we're at 36. There is the crit 1 turn early, but we got our stomp. Our stomp doesn't kill. That is unfortunate. That is a 50-50. We're still good though. Like I said, this is where the backup line comes in. We don't have Chimacho on squad right now, but I think actually that it's okay. Because this guy has a psychic move and 0800 Tox does like the same, forces the same line. We could also consider, if it's just click and dig, we can take a dig with this guy, with Slack Off, Vigoroth, finish it off, and then the little guy comes in and gets killed. I think that's a nicer line. Because we can simply... We don't even have to click Double Edge. We can click Metal Claw. We can fish for a attack boost. Not that we need it. Okay, so this Double Edge outspeed and kills. We do get knockback. It actually outspeeds and kills the Natu as well, but it's the little goon that comes in first, the Sviel, which will click Hidden Power Fighting here, which is killing us with a crit. So you don't want that. We'd probably get the Toxer in. Probably get the big Tox. Penguin can also Oko it with its new technique. Or you just switch to the Ferret. Let's let the Ferret do it. Because the Ferret lives HP fighting crit and slam Okos. Thanks to adaptability. And Natu also outsped and dead to slam. Super dead. Nice. Okay. That was a misclick. It's right next to the D-pad. I can't... Sometimes I'll just... On accident, okay? And we need to not freak out. Okay, easy fight. But we did bring the wrong Pokemon. One of them. It was still fine. But not a mistake that I like happening. Not something that I like to see. Okay. Let's walk out of here so we get better chill music while we stand. Calc, next fight. You got Swift Swim. This guy got Ice Fang. He's kind of fast. Swift Swim doesn't really do anything. He's got big damage. Stuns 4, U-turn, Air Cutter, Tinted Lens, Sharp Beak. Sharp Beak, Air Cutter. This is a scary-ish Beautifly. Also level 23. This guy just got some big levels. Luckily, this is only a Shinx. And this Sentret, while hitting hard with Secret Power, Adaptability, and Iron Tail. It's just a Sentret. Everything outspeeds and kills this guy, probably. Let's look at the calc. By the way, yeah, everything outspeeds and kills this guy. I'm gonna save in the game. Just so we have all the levels that everyone is actually at. The question is, what takes out the Beautifly? And it might be a just slam angle. First guy... Do we have any fighting moves? Yes, you got a Shinx with double kicks, so you can... kill this guy with Vigoroth. And that gets Shinx in. And you can kill that guy with Vigoroth. And the Beautifly comes in next, I think. Because it has 80 BP. This is 120 BP steal against this. It might actually be the Sentret, so you could also fucking kill this guy. I think it comes in before. From you, Iron Tail should be more than U-Turn and Giga Drain. Iron Tail. U-Turn. Let's just check the Giga Drain damage. Yeah. So, kill this guy, kill this guy, kill this guy. And then it's just like 5 Pokemon against the Beautifly. It's 5 Pokemon versus a fucking Beautifly. I like seeing that, because this guy can't Oko with Double Edge. At that point, it's gonna see kill with like Air Cutter and or Giga Drain. It can be just Magcargo as like the anchor. And you can pivot through some guys that won't die to a hit crit. Phanpy's dead to Giga Drain, so that guy's not getting like an XP share out here. The duck is like, what's it gonna click on you? It's Air Cutter, but it's probably random move, because you lose 26, 22, so that's 48. So this is 68, 72. So you're at like 30%, so it's random move between all three. But it does see kill, which is good. I think you like... getting EXP on Seeking is kind of ass. You go into like the Snake. And against the Snake, it's going to Air Qatar. So then you can go into... Phanpy, what if you were level 24? No. You go into the Snake, and then against the Snake it's going to Air Cutter or like poison stuff or something, so you can get the Smog in. And then, you know, it ends at Magcargo. I just don't know how many guys we can pivot through here. You can get the Gold King in as well. Just like spread the EXP very, very wide. And get the Sentret in there somewhere as well. If this against this, it's always going to click Giga Drain, so you have Sentret as another option to like take the kill at the end. And once again, I didn't take everyone's items away. Penguin, you didn't get to fucking do your awesome technique. That's okay. So we want the 2 normal types and all the good poison types. And Magcargo. And the big ass fish. So why is this this Beautifly actually kind of cooking? Well, it has Tinted Lens as an ability. The same ability our Dustox has. What does Tinted Lens do? It doubles the power of a not very effective move. So if you're using a fire move against a fire Pokemon, it does 50% damage. But if you have adaptability, if you have Tinted Lens, it actually does 100% damage again. Which is a bad ability to have as the player. Because you want to click your super effective attacks. You don't want to be clicking your attacks that aren't very effective anyway. And if you have 2 attacking moves, you should always be able to land on something most of the time that is at least normal effectiveness. But it's really good if the AI has it, because suddenly that means none of your Pokemon can resist the attacks. It always hits as normal effectiveness at the very least. That's why it's cool if it's cool. You don't want that yourself, but you don't like seeing it on the AI. Triple Oko with the fucking Vigoroth is pretty sick here. We got the Magon Cargo, we got the Weasel, we got the 2 Poison Gen 1ers. Talk to this guy on the side. There's another trainer that can look down really far, and it might be a... You might run into 2 trainers as a double battle if you like walk a little over on the side there. Oh. This is why I make the screen see-through, so that if I fucking accidentally run around without removing it, it's not like, you know, that you can see everything that happened behind it. Yeah, Double Edge outspeeds and kills this guy. And you know what? That Shinx that's about to come out, not even static, it has rivalry. So we can't even get paralyzed. Yeah, we outspeed and kill that too. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's super dead. And the recall damage is fine, because we only have to take out another Sentret here. Now the Sentret shouldn't quick attack. Even though quick attack crit is like 32, I don't think it should ever quick attack. But I'm just gonna like check again. It has basic AI. Give me quick attack. No. No, the only thing that is different about priority moves in this case is that if it can KO, it gets +6 score. So if they see quick attack kill, they click that over non-quick attack kill. But it doesn't see kill yet. So it shouldn't use quick attack. Good. Good. Okay, the AI works the way I expect it to behave. You love to see that. Okay, there you go. And now there's a Beautifly. We actually could just... Honestly, you're dead to Air Cutter crit though is the thing Sentret. So we will instead play a little bit of a pivoting game here. Okay, so first we go into the Snake, because it's kind of our lowest level. It's not dead to any crits here. And Air Cutter is a high crit rate move. Okay, so now it might paralyze or it might attack. And we don't want Chestnut to get paralyzed. We also want to split the EXP even more. So you go into this guy. There's the para. And now you bring out Chestnut. Now Chestnut also gets way... Everyone just gets a fourth of the XP. It's a lot of XP this guy has. And now Chestnut can just fucking click Fire Spin, Rock Slide, both kill here. We're not dead to this even with crit. You saw how that was not very effective. It should do half as much damage as that, but because this guy is Tinted Lens, as I explained before, you're actually not really resisting the attack. Like, it says that, but you kinda don't. You need to like 4x resist something. And with that, Chestnut got away with only like getting 300 EXP. Very good. Yeah, I'm not too surprised that like Ferret Slam and Double Edging Vigoroth are really good here. This is kind of the same thing people want Azumarill to do. Because you can, you can always fish for Azurill. And then you can get like an Azumarill at level 25. That if you delay your Azurill to 25, I guess you get 26 Azumarill. Then you get like Slam on Azumarill. But it doesn't get Stab or Adaptability, and it's kind of slow. I still don't know if this Azumarill, if it's like a fucking fraud or if it's like a real Pokemon. If it's actually ass or actually good. If you keep if you delay Marill to 33, then you have like Dive and like, I don't know. I don't think Azumarill seems that good. It's another guaranteed water, but it's so slow. I'm not sure. I think the Farfetch'd has done more than a fucking Azumarill might right here. It's nice that Azumarill is a guaranteed encounter, but it feels a little... It feels like another reset point, because if you get bad IVs on your Azurill, then you're kind of like getting cooked, because huge power doubles your attack, which doubles the effect that your IVs, your individual values have. So if you have, huge power doubles your attack stat, so if you have bad attack IVs, they are bad twice, and if you have good attack IVs, they're good twice. And that seems like, you're getting your guaranteed encounter, but it's kind of bad. Also, it's in the fast experience group. Can we talk about that's bad? That's bad for this. Thumbs down. This guy's still fast. And you don't get Aqua Jet like ever on that. Do they have Aqua Jet in the move tutor? No. You never get Prio on this. I'm really unsure. Because you don't even get like Stab Slam. Like, yes, it will kill things with Dive if you delay this to 33. If you don't, you won't even have a water move. You'll click fucking Bubble Beam. You're gonna click fucking Bubble Beam on this fucking Pokemon. I think Azumarill is cap as fuck. I don't know, it's just very not exciting. Okay, let's see. Next trainer, let's make sure we look at the items too. Cubone with Lightning Rod, Thick Club, it's just gonna hit harder. Gluttony, Black Sludge, this guy's gonna heal because he's a poison type. Bird, that puts you to sleep. He's gonna click Self-Destruct, that's scary. Munchlax, that wants to click Curse, and if we accidentally status it, it goes crazy mode. I'm looking at if these two could be a double, if there's something that can like status the Munchlax, but I don't really see it. No, not really. Oh. Dude, Charge Beam. I remember teaching Charge Beam to Vesprit and just clicking Charge Beam on it and being like, dude, it increases your special attack, it gets stronger infinitely, it's so sick. What a funny move. I don't think the player gets Charge Beam. Like, in this hack. I haven't seen it on any learned sets. Yeah, no, it's only TM57, and if I had to guess, you're probably not getting TM57. Let me guess. Yeah, no, you're not. That absolutely makes sense, and it is in line with what this game is. Just with what this game is, really. Okay, the Cubone. We can 2-hit KO this guy too. Who can take out this guy? I mean, it's a fucking Vigoroth Oko again. Or you can sit on it with this dog. Honestly, you can click like Stomp twice into the Cubone too. I guess you're level 27, eh? Everything outspeeds the Cubone. Is it a Fanfi clicks Toxic angle? Fanfi clicks Toxic on the Cubone. Toxic is 100%, right? Yeah, they changed it. I think Toxic in base game is like 90 or something, and it's annoying. They want the game to be annoying, but only in some ways. Because then Fanfi can get some of this EXP if Fanfi clicks like Toxic on this. And if this guy comes in, you can switch into this always, as long as you don't switch into Mud Bomb and click Stomp on it, so that's pretty good. What takes out this guy? I think it's just 2 Brick Breaks. Something like that. 2 Brick Break, or just you bring in the Chestnut and click Fire Spin on it. It does have Slack Off, but we have Will-O-Wisp to like... No, don't click Will-O-Wisp on it! Don't click Will-O-Wisp on it. Hold up! You almost got me, SHF! Mr. Sinistrous, Mr. Keating, you almost caught me! You almost fucking caught me! I'm not clicking Will-O-Wisp on it, because then it would activate Guts, and Facade would deal double damage. Do not accidentally burn this guy. Fire Spin doesn't burn, right? It might not even click slack off. No, it will make itself slower than us, but we can just then fish for crit. This is a chestnut activation. Magby and this guy will click what on you? Aerial Ace. So you can always switch Rhyhorn into this. What does Rhyhorn bait? Gulpin, actually. So that's pretty good as the line. Gulpin. Rhyhorn kills Gulpin with a stomp. It lives. Crit Mud Bomb. Rhyhorn, you don't outspeed this guy by chance though, right? No. So I guess you maybe go into... How much damage do you take from, like... You take damage from Rock Slide 12%. You are, like, dead to a Mud Bomb crit. I don't love that particularly. Maybe it's a Chimecho angle. But Chimecho gets, like, blown up by self-destruct. Unless the Chimecho is already in. Wait, Chimecho, you don't... This guy has payback. You do bait the Gulpin. This guy is like 1x, 1x. This guy's 1x, 1x. You do bait Gulpin. Okay. Chiming Cho time. Chimecho. We don't need to read the Rhyhorn then. And then against this guy, you can split off some EXP on the Swablu. And some EXP on... like... this guy at the level that he's at right now is going to be able to tank some EXP. I know he's not that. He's not here to fight. He's just here to be like a switch through to just... You know, this fight is easy enough that we can eat some EXP on the way there. And Chestnut kind of just 1v1s the Munchlax even if it clicks. Fucking curse twice or 3 times. And Chestnut just making sure that Fire Spin doesn't... Yeah, no, Fire Spin has no burn chance on it. That's very important. If it did, that would be not good. Okay, you are here. So is the long way. Farfetch'd, you are allowed to come to this one. Golking, you aren't. And Blue Sky, Bird from Blue Sky, you are also allowed to come over the Saturday here. Do I have your... I have your 23 in here. Yeah, and you still kind of like tank this guy kind of well. Nice. 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 You're doing good. The snake is wrong still. We want the Jiggler. Or in this case, the Wiggler. No, it is Jiggly. You aren't Wiggly yet. And that is okay. You don't need to be Wiggly yet. It's like Fanfi, Chimecho. For like the Cubone Gulpin. The bird, I don't know. We're just switching everyone through the bird and then we'll kill that guy with something. I don't know. And then Magcargo. If we need to put a Chestnut nuclear bomb on that guy, we totally can. The ideal fight sees this Cubone clicking protect twice and then protect again. Ideally that Cubone only clicks protect like 18 times. Chimecho, you're close to taking out the Cubone. Okay, let me show you this guy that I was... The reason I talked to this hiker from the side. Check out the vision range of this trainer. He's here! This is why I have an off-stream save file where I do a separate Nuzlocke off-stream that I'm playing. So I know this stuff. Though I did see this on Peachel Daily as well. Okay, so Cubone versus the long way. We could also just click Body Slam, honestly. I don't think you... Like, now that we're going with the Chimecho line, your Aerial Ace into Chimecho doesn't do a lot. Just click Toxic, though. He loves clicking Protect. It seems so genius to click Toxic on a guy that loves clicking Protect. Think about it. Aerial Ace, crit. I looked at Protect Crit. 52. Yeah, okay, that's already it for you. You shouldn't have clicked that, huh? Okay, Chimacho. But you are now dead after another poison proc. We can actually just recover this turn. He might click Protect too. Okay, he didn't. I mean, we can just recover again. I mean, we can just click Recover again. Okay. I don't think he's clicking Protect now that he's poisoned. I will check. Does AI not like clicking Protect if it's poisoned? Probably, actually. If the user is badly poisoned or under some of these effects, or the foe knows the move Recover or Defense Curl. Oh wow, the moment I clicked Recover and he was badly poisoned, he didn't wanna. We Psybeam this guy, he's dead. That's what he's here for. This is also only 300 EXP, so that's pretty chill. We don't have to split the owl too many ways. It is only Swift Crit into the elephant is like 39, so we can go into the elephant. That's great. Hypnosis is awesome. Now we can go into the duck. Le duck. We kind of don't love going into le duck right here. I guess we can go into like Jiggler. Probably more. Do you just immediately go Chestnut? What move is he clicking here into the elephant? Swift, right? Yeah, and Swift also does like these. Oh, it actually doesn't fucking do any damage at all into the bird. Don't know, I must have been on the wrong one when I looked at these calcs. And you get to just slash with like 50% crit chance. Okay, not a crit, that's okay. Hypnosis miss, big. And now there is he. He who Facade crit right now. High rolls at 51 damage. I think I'm okay to just click slash on the first hit for a higher crit chance. Yeah. And then the duck can just end it here with a Brick Break. 2 Brick Break kills if he doesn't increase his defense, but I think after a defense boost, it's like a roll. So I wanted to go for the increased crit chance on the slash on the first hit. Because then you can just keep clicking slash also for increased crit chance. Realistically, we probably would have switched out if the first hit doesn't crit though, and then Chestnut gets some XP. Which is fine, but, you know, he's like he's the emergency nuke. Deploy Chestnut if needed. Not all the time. Oh, look at that. We're at night now. Chad, I forgot. I think the music is different, right? I'm pretty sure Diamond and Pearl... I remember Diamond and Pearl plays different music at day and night. Am I not correct? I'm looking it up on the internet. This is chill as fuck. I remember it not being chill as fuck like 10 minutes ago when we were in here. I'm like 80% sure they got... Yeah. They got Pokemon Center themes day and Pokemon Center day and night. Yeah. This game is so sick. The music is so good in this game because it has day and night. It's nighttime now. Now we get to chill Pokemon Center music. That's the reason to play in nighttime most of the time. If you don't have to. Yeah, no, this game got... Because in my brain I was like, I feel... Why is the music in the Poké Center so... Like, it's so much. Like, not right now. Like, 10 minutes ago at the other times when I was in the Poké Center that I wanted to walk outside. But I was like, I feel like I remember the music in the Pokemon Center kind of being chill on other streams. Let's walk outside and listen to the nighttime theme for Flow-Roma Town. It's like a little more... It's a little more nighttimey. I actually don't know if Flow-Roma Town has nighttime music. I'm looking it up. No, no, it does, it does. I see a Floroma Town Knight. W. Okay, we are back on the calc though. And we're hitting the calc. Okay, so we have Intimidate Akins, so you can't as easily Oko it with physical attack. It also has Glare to paralyze you. Then, as if that isn't enough, in the back, you got Guts, Flame Orb, Teddy Ursa that can bulk up. Put a flag on this guy that says you gotta one-shot this guy. And also, Terrorist Zigzagoon with Belly Drum to get +6 attack and extreme speed. Flag on this guy, you gotta Oko this guy the moment you are in against this guy. Or I guess you only need to do 50% damage, at least. You just need to be hitting it with whatever is in. Okay, so I don't know if anyone like Okos this through Intim. You have like a chance, but after Intim you don't do well into what's in the back. Centrit, I mean you actually do Oko through Intim. You have a chance against this guy, but this guy always kills you with Facade if you don't hit that chance. If you're 26, you actually ball on him. Like, yeah, no, Centret just Okos all 4 mons in a row if you want to just roll it with Centret, but if you get it to 26. How close is my Centret to 26? He's not in the party. Okay, he's basically level 26. But I don't think we need that. It's gonna be a lot of XP just on Centret, which is, you know, it's an emergency nuke. We can just deploy him later in the fight too. At least the first one we should be able to have some kind of line that works. Like, you have Rhyhorn at the start that baits Giga Drain every time. Hold on, show you. You get Rhyhorn at the start that baits Giga Drain every time because it kills. Then you can switch into this guy and Oko him with Double Edge. It's going to send in the Teddy Ursa. You can Oko that with Double Edge. And then highest damage between these two is actually extreme speed because of stab. So you Oko this guy with Double Edge too. At this point you have taken like 50% damage though. It shouldn't see kill with extreme speed though. So it should click Belly Drum. Is this setup AI? No, it's normal AI. It's just gonna be at 0. It's gonna be tied with extreme speed. So you don't know for sure. And if he clicks extreme speed and then you die to recoil, so it's not a real line. Who else? Seeking Okos. I mean, we don't need to Oko this guy. We just need to kill this guy with something that Okos the idiots in the back. I mean, you Oko this guy. We don't even need to level you to 26. Is it just a Centrit show? It's just the Teddy Ursa is a bunch of EXP. But the Spoink isn't that much. And the Zigzagoon is really not a lot. This battle might just be the Centrit show. Send in Centrit and it just gets 4 one-hit KOs in a row. Do I need to press the Centrit nuclear button? Really? I don't think I need to, but these guys are just hard to switch anything into. Like, maybe the Centrit can share with someone else on this first guy. But You know, the duck doesn't quite Oko this guy. We should upload our save. The duck is at a higher level at this point. These levels are a little outdated on some of these guys. Okay, so we got this. That's the real idiot that exists. Okay, duck. Still at 24. Doesn't look great into that facade. We can like you can switch something on the spoink. Right, you get centered the full XP, I guess, for these few guys. You can even get centered like half the XP on the Ekans if you just... There's no focus sashes here, right? Flame Orb, Big Pearl, Citrus Berry, no. And that's Thick Fat, Gluttony Guts, okay. He's gonna eat his berry after he belly drums, scary. Well, not that scary to us, but like theoretically scary. Can you pivot through like... This guy, what's highest damage into you? It is Zen Headbutt. So you can get the long way in one time into Spoink to drain some EXP from that guy. And then after you have the long way in, you can switch the fucking Slackoth in to just fucking Giga kill you. Because you take too much from that. Yeah. I guess the duck can also like pivot through there one time. Like these guys just are gonna come to visit on the Spoink to make the Spoink EXP, put it on some guys that are worse. Can you visit? You can visit once too, man. Everyone's gonna fucking like say hello to Spoink and then leave. To like dilute the Spoink EXP to an extreme level. Magby, can you say hi to Spoink? No, no you can't. Okay, just put Chestnut in. Is Chestnut in last spot good? You take a lot from that cross chop, but you kind of wall the Zigzagoon in case anything. There's nothing that can go wrong though. You just -1 attack, kill this guy, enough EXP for a level up. Teddy Ursa. Kill this guy, because you're level 26 after. And then this guy, outspeed, kill this guy with Slam. And then Spoink, you pivot around for the love of the game. For the love of XP, honestly. Just because we can safely distribute EXP away from the centret. Okay, long way, and some of these losers can stay in the squad. It's really just a Saturday and Sunday type match. Duck, Swablu, you can't take a bird from Blue Sky. And this, I guess, this is, to be fair, this is a 30 IV, attack IV centret, so it's definitely, like, close to the upper limit of damage this thing can do in this run. But it's getting a lot of these kills with, like, 140% if it's not intimidated, so if you had, like, a worse centret can also do this. If you just, like, with a ground Pokemon bait Giga Drain on the first turn and switch it in to get around Intimidate. And then you're off to the races to Oko these losers. Like, you're okay. Like, Centret will fucking handle it. And he's the guy from the song where he goes, "Other Pokemon can fly." Dun, dun, dun. It's this, like this. Look at, he sees you from up there if you hit there. What a funny guy. Don't worry about the berries. We can't get the berries. Okay, we're leading with this, and it's just pivot against the Spoink a bunch. Little Poochyena. The encounters here on the grass and down there on the grass are the same. You might think they're different because this is like grass on rock. That's not how it works. It's the same grass. We could have avoided encounters. Also, we could have rock smashed if we wanted to wait till after all these trainers, which could have been doable and reasonable. I think Ariados, like Spinnerack, would be a great Rock Smash encounter. Shuckle could do pretty well too. Now you get intimidated here. That is fine. You still kill him with Slam. Would you believe me if I told you that we so don't care about Intimidate that this Teddy Ursa is, after being intimed but being level 26 now, is also always dead to Slam. So we don't have to worry about all that bulk up, flame orb boosted facade guts bullshit 80 BSD attack. That one hurts a little. It's like 600 EXP at one bomb, but like it's gonna go somewhere. Now this Zigzagoon, you do just kind of slam it. You don't want to risk it getting off belly drum and then E-speed. Now that's luckily only like 300 EXP, so you kind of chill on that. We could just kill this guy with slam as well, but I want to like reduce 300 EXP from my friend here. So instead I will just like let everyone else like visit the Spoink and get some EXP on this. These are all guys that live a crit on any of its moves. So we are totally safe to send them in for like a moment. And yeah, even Save Me does, because it's really good in this game, Farfetch'd. Like pretty good, pretty decent. And now we can send the Empress in to get the KO. Thanks to outspeeding and killing with double edge. It's quite similar to click and slam. It's click and double edge. It's like the same move almost. Slam is like 20 base power less, but doesn't have recoil, which I think makes it a lot safer. But as long as you're fucking outspeeding and killing anyway in one attack, and did we even get a level up for a fucking Fanfi? Finally, it's level 23. Maybe I can use it again now. Which is half a joke, because I think it's very likely that we will have to like level our Fanfi. I think that trainer might see you. That house does have like a Poké Center in it, basically, in the ROM hack. To heal and shit. To heal and change your party so you don't have to do this run back every time. But I don't 100% remember if the trainer sees you or not. I think she doesn't, but let's not risk it. Maybe they changed it. And let's see. I mean, there is, and this is what we're gonna do. Just one more fight, honestly. Then we're into the forest, and I will do that next time, which is gonna be next week sometime. I don't know if I'll do it on Monday immediately, Wednesday, at the latest on Friday, is when we're gonna fight through these tag team battles in the forest with Cheryl as our partner, who is just adorable. But we just have one more fight out here, and let's see what we do about this. This Tyroke. Now, I talked about this scary as Doduo that has, high jump kick, Brave Bird, double edge, so it's gonna hit crazy ranges on everything. And also, it's kind of funny, we see on the calc already that everything outspeeds and kills, in very big quotes, the Tyroke. It does have Focus Sash, so you can't one-hit it. And furthermore, you can't break Focus Sash with double hit moves in this game. It just still lives, even if we had like double kick. You can fire spin, and then it will die at the end of the round and not get one more turn. That is something we can do. We just have to look at. Okay, this Dodo is gonna drop 400, 500 EXP. I think that's fine to take with this dog. Like, we can just Sentret roll this whole fight, or like Vigoroth roll this whole fight. You just have to get them in. You do have quick attack on Sentret, so it's never going to, like, we might just fucking Sentret, click quick attack twice into this guy, click slam. Oh, he has quick attack. If we get set to 1 HP, it's kind of bad. I just don't know if he's gonna Endeavor first turn or click Mach Punch. I don't know how he decides. I really don't. Damage priority. Because Endeavor Should, if the user will move after the target and the user's HP is over 50%, get score -1. Because this will be the case. It's slower and it has high HP, so it shouldn't lower our HP to its HP. But there is a good chance that damage priority has Endeavor as one of its moves. They call this prioritize extremes now. Person moves with variable power, flat damage, high base power, 0 power. So 60% of the time it actually gets +2, and 60% of the time that means this guy's gonna use Endeavor. Who can wall you? Which is bad. We don't want it to do that. You could be in with Fanfi and click like Toxic and then switch. If he's at 1 HP, he's gonna love clicking Endeavor too. How do you get him to not click Endeavor? You can't really like remove the chance of him clicking it. You can only maybe get Meditite in by killing Tyroke with like a water Pokemon and then switching the Weasler into Tyroke. I think that is probably the line. This gets also Okiii by Vigoroth, so does this, so does this. All three of these get outspeed Okiii by Vig and Slammer. How much damage range do you have against this guy? Like 30 to 60. That's the problem with Double Edge here. You get knockback, so you aren't fine if you get fucking hit bigly by this shit. Take this Tyrogue out with something that baits that shit in the back. Something like Fanfi actually does bait this. But it also needs to be something that has like a prior move. Do you have a prior move, guy? You don't. I mean, you can always fire spin on it, but then you bait fighting from these two. You need to beat Meditite precisely, and then you can switch. Then you can switch Sentret into Meditite. Tank the hit. Oko, Oko, Oko. And you're out. I think there's a easier safe line to find. You can take this guy out with like Golking, honestly. This is a good use of Golking's Prio. I'm gonna look at my box view to see if I'm missing any Prio attacks. Or anything that could like double hit the little guy. I mean, you could click recover on Chimecho. No, because you outspeed it. You could lagging tail Chimecho, click recover, but Chimecho doesn't bait Meditite. Because otherwise you could like click. You could click recover with. Does it have sleep talk? Oh, that just picks one of the moves. It's not snore. If it had snore, it might click. It might get Mach Punch to -1. Like if you have a healing move on yourself, you could like recover until it Mach Punches. And then like Psybeam. But I don't think that's necessary. I think you just roll up with the Golking for that one. And you get to click Aqua Jet twice. Because it's faster, it's not gonna get like Mach outpunched. And then you switch to Sentret. Then you bait Team Order Fighting type. So it's this guy, which you outspeed and Oko. And then it's this bunny that's definitely gonna click high jump kick. And you could switch into something that tanks all of the moves pretty well if you have something in mind. I mean, this guy doesn't get crit. Okay, let's have the line. Okay, Golking here. It's only 400 EXP, but that's still some amount. We do want you on an anti-freeze, anti-para berry. That's where you would pre-sleep, but it's only one fucking status thing on one Pokemon, so I'm not gonna pre-sleep and instead use the berry. Kill this, this comes in, and you can pivot. I don't know if high jump kick gives it priority to click that move randomly, so I want to be careful with that. But you might, you know, you can end up, you want to bring this guy in, you want to bring, you're switching in the snake one time. Who else are you switching in one time? You're switching in the elephant one time. And you're going to switch in the Nidorina one time. Because like you switch this, you switch out into this one. You switch out into the Arbok first on high jump kick. On jump kick. Then you see if you're in range for Dizzy Punch. If you're not, you go into the Weezing. I think it might be better to give the Weezing, or like you go into Fanfy, you go into Nidorina, and then you go into Weezing. I think that's EXP line. Yes, we are doing all that to split up like 400 EXP from one Pokemon. You know what? I think it's correct. With this box and this Super Sentret Soldier. This fucking Sentret Super Soldier. Chestnut, you're gonna have to give me a Quick Claw, yeah. No, you can't have that anymore. And the Fanfy is here to take EXP, and the Jiggler cannot take EXP. It's gotta be someone else. We have the Nidorina already and the Fanfy. We're missing the Snake. Can the Jiggler really not take EXP here? No, it's dead to Dizzy Punch crit. And I don't know if it always Dizzy Punches or if it randomly likes high jump kicking. We can put EXP on the bird instead of you though. The bird's level 24. And who knows, like Nidoqueen, if we get her to Nidoqueen, she might do a lot of work in the gym gauntlet, so it might be good to have her at 25. And not as close to the level cap. Saturday is here to get the Okos. We gotta give Saturday the fucking anti-paralysis berry just in case. If pre-sleep is infinitely allowed, like it is right now, it would be optimal to not give this guy the berry here and instead just set him to sleep and wake up on the first turn. But I will already play like pre-sleeping is a limited resource. Because it just feels like... feels more natural. Look, if the result from the poll is that pre-sleeping shouldn't be limited... How was the Guilty Gear update, by the way? You don't need to answer if you need to concentrate right now. I don't need to concentrate right now. It was fun. I mean, we only played a little bit. I didn't play the new character yet. We might play a little bit more tomorrow, too. Where you can watch. It's fun. It's good. It seems good. We're getting used to the changes, though. Okay. Now, lock-in mode. Okay, I'm locked in. Locked in enough. We can check. I think you can go into the house. Yeah, you could go into the house, but she sees you over here, right? Yes. Okay, now this Tyrogue. It has Endeavor Mach Punch, which is also known as the Fear strategy. I don't remember exactly what Fear stands for, but it's basically about using Endeavor. The E is Endeavor, Focus Sash, Endeavor, level 1 priority. Nope. Focus Sash, Endeavor, and then, you know, they set you to 1 HP after living on the Focus Sash. And then they have a priority move. Now, we have our own priority move against this. That's why we brought Gold King for this. We have Aqua Jet that always goes first. Now, this means he clicked Endeavor this turn, which is going to set us to 1 HP. Don't be scared. We know it will do this. Actually, I'm thinking about it now. We do still always kill here with Aqua Jet. Just to outspeed a Mach Punch. This Meditite is actually on random move now, which is a little bit ass. If we have something else that can bait like Thunder Punch in the back, that would be great, but we really don't. So we just have to hope it's not Fire Punch. It's not Fire Punch Burn or Ice Punch Juice. We might like pivot over Arbok one time here. Or like Nidorina. I don't think it should meditate this turn. Because it sees kill. So I'll pivot over... Nidorina isn't even here. I brought the Leak. It's the same thing, except the Leak can't come in against this guy. We pivot over Arbok one time. It White Herbs, that's fine. Now it might be more enticed to click Meditate. It needs to be not Fire Punch Burn. If it's Thunder Punch Para, we're fine. If we were pre-sleep, this would not be a problem, but it meditates anyway. Because it didn't see a kill. That is very good. Now we can slam and this outspeeds and kills. I don't think it was guaranteed to meditate, dude. Meditate. I mean, it's just gonna be at ±0. Right? No, if the user's HP is full and his current attack is boosted to under +3, he has a 50% chance to increase that there. So it was like 1 in 2 to get it boosted, and then if it didn't, it was another 1 in 4. So it was more than 50% likely to actually click Meditate there. Now this guy gets outspeeded and outsped and dies to Slam. So that's a wonderful finish on this nerd. And now we could also just outspeed and kill the bunny. But this is where we play our funny pivot game, okay? He sees highest damage with high jump kick. So we will switch into Solid Snake once more. High jump kick crit max damage against the snake is 24, so this is totally fine. We're like dividing the EXP a whole bunch. Now we can go into the duck to get some more EXP on this guy. And more importantly, EXP away from Centrid. Dizzy Punch can always confuse you, obviously, and that's okay. The Long Way lives these moves also, even on crit. That's why he's here. And now we can bring 0800 Tox. And he just 1v1s this Pokemon thanks to walling it really well. Dizzy Punch crit does do 50%, but as long as it doesn't like crit on our way to killing it with Sludge, we're kind of chilling. Now we do get confused. Dizzy Punch crit is 49. I mean, we have a real chance to hit through and just like kill it. Nope. Okay. Okay. We do always live Dizzy Punch crit on the Centrid here, so we can like go into Centrid, or we can go into the Leak probably. Leak is kind of dead to Dizzy Punch crit. Dizzy Punch has like a 50% chance to confuse. And if we have the Centrid in and it doesn't crit, he's going to click Jump Kick again into the Sludge. So the Centrid always finds a line to victory here. It doesn't get confused, which is great. That means we can just simply clean up by clicking Slam. We could even click Quick Attack, but we don't need to. Might as well slam it. And there you go. It still gets its reduced EXP. EXP is like shared between everyone. That's why we're doing that. So it gets 70 EXP. Now everyone else also got some EXP. This lady heals you. But it's good that we just like pivot some EXP on the Fanfi. And the Arbok is also already pretty high level, but we got some like just tiny EXP. Like the centered EXP might be the most valuable EXP. I can use my Wii to connect to my PC. I can store Pokemon easily. You want to borrow it? You should be able to access your storage with it. Go ahead, give it a try. Yeah. Pokemon Battle Revolution. You can access your storage data from the game. I mean, that's sick. Just the mention of Pokemon Battle Revolution. That part is sick. I like that. And these are just the 2 status trainers. What's on the TV? Good evening. Ready to buzz through like Galactabuzz? The Pokemon Variety Hour is here. Let's spend an exciting, dreamy time together. So what do our hosts have in store for us? Let's get to it and see. Jubilife TV Dramatic Cinema. The Professor evolves 8 times. He's back. Okay. Okay. The Daredevil Doctor returns with trademark line. You evolve too. Join the Professor in his accelerating drive to stamp out Pokegran. Okay. Thank you, man. Is there anything under the bed? No. Okay. Let's pick up something from rocks, like that one item down there. Bring our Magby. Because he knows Rock Smash. And no deaths today. No 0 death Mars. Good XP management on the route. Just like going well all around. Now, on like the route up here to the forest, you shouldn't be losing any Pokemon if you are looking at the docks. But I'm also pretty happy about how we distributed the EXP. Okay, so what would our Rock Smash encounter have been on this route? Okay, there's none. We just dodged it. Ooh, it's a Focus Band! We should have had that before the fight. Now, Focus Band is going to be really fun going forward. 10% chance for your Pokemon to just live with 1 HP. So if we need to make a unsafe line somewhere, we can Focus Band it up and it becomes potentially safe. You know, you don't want to rely on it. Oh, this guy is just... Yeah, these guys are blocking like the shortcut between the next town with Cut. Many Poison-type Pokemon make the Eterna Forest their home, but I didn't buy any antidotes. What should I do? Do I press on or do I go back? I don't know, boy. Let us save right here, because we're done for today. Very successful day. I'm very happy about Deathless Mars. We flew that plane very well, and we had a bunch of juice left in the box. We had full life Chingling and full life Weezing in the back. Obviously, in hindsight, Mars got eaten. Yup, you're not you when you're hungry. In hindsight, you know, I think the Chimcho is actually really, really good on this route too. If it wasn't level 27, I would have brought it to more fights. So, in hindsight, if I left Chimcho at level 26, that would have been fine. But we don't know beforehand. If our dives miss a little more, we take some more damage to some shit. I think, I mean, right now I can still say I'm okay with both of these guys being taken to 27. Because there's still some space between us and the level cap. But there's also, and this is a little preview, what's going to happen next time. There's still some good amount of battles left here, okay? This is our tag partner, we don't have to fight her. There's like 1, 2, 3, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You pick like one of these 5, 6, 7. I think you could skip one of these again. 7, 8, 9. Let's say like 9. There's like 9 double battles. Then there's 3 fishermen. And then there is the 3 gym trainers that you have to fight all with the same team. So something like 16 battles left before you get to challenge Gardenia. And let's just take a look at Gardenia's fucked up team. Yes, this looks like a team that could be like an Elite 4 team. Yes, you're correct. Yes, she starts out with Miltank that sets up Stealth Rocks like basically every time unless it sees kill, which makes your bug types take 10,000 damage when they switch in. Yes, the gym has permanent rain, by the way, so your fire types are gonna be a little weakened by this. Yes, there's a Swift Swim Ludicolo with Swords Dance that you will never be able to outspeed in the rain in this gym. Yes, she has a Milotic just to fucking swag on you. It's a grass type. Look, it has hidden power grass. She has her Roserade she normally has. Oh yeah, and the level 28 Torterra. Who could forget about the level 28 Torterra? So, fun stuff coming up. I'm excited to be in the forest, genuinely for the first time. Now this attempt and my other attempt that I play off stream are like the same distance. I'll admit, when I play this attempt on stream next time again, I'll probably have played the forest with my other attempt if it makes it through it. To not, you know, get caught off guard by how it works. But we'll get a guy in the forest. I will think about whether I want a guy in the grass or a guy from the honey tree. I think honey tree would be good, because then you get the guy earlier. Grass has some ass Pokemon, but they're grass types Pokemon, and I have like no grass types, you know. Decisions. You know how it. Decisions. It was sweet having you here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen and you aren't followed, don't forget to hit follow. Otherwise, you'll probably never find me again. Also, check out Blue Sky down below, YouTube VOD's channel down below. And YouTube, if you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment. I love, just fucking comment your PB in this game if you're playing it too. I'd like to know how far you've gotten. And I'll see you again next time. Have a great weekend, or whatever time else it might be. This is Wonderful Joe. You have been a wonderful audience, and I'll see you next time. Bye!